And welcome back to another session.
Yes.
So, last session, you all ventured into a young black dragon's lair, and with some great spell casting and team effort, you basically beat its shit up while it was laughing uncontrollably on the ground. So great job. You killed the dragon, you removed its head and horns, and you captured some other stuff. You've harvested some other stuff, and you've claimed its treasure. You all leveled up to level 6, so if you didn't finish that, please do so as we continue. Remember, that also means you get a talent, also increase your collaborative inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
And did we
How
start?
much collaborative inspiration should we have?
6.
6 out of 6. Because nobody's used it so far, which means I need to make things a bit more difficult.
God, with on top of inspiration, just
I know.
Hey, Meepo.
Your character. Yes.
Does this guy have any brothers or sisters around here somewhere?
Probably dozens, but you're more likely to find one of its parents next.
Oh. Well, I mean, I just thought maybe if you was wanting to double your fee and could show us another one this size, we could do some business before we go back to town.
Finding one of this size is pure luck. I did not know the size of the dragon when I took us into this location. Black dragons are known to have multiple kin.
I see. Well,
The parents would probably become looking for it soon enough.
oh,
I need you all to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Definitely don't want to be around here.
as the mother shows.
Okay.
Oops, I'm on.
Alright. We should probably head back to the city.
I agree, Meepo. I don't want to be here longer than I have to. It's quite disgusting down here.
It's only going to get worse with the dragon's death as the natural magical effect that it had on its lair fades away.
Oh, well, yeah, let's go, please.
so. This is a new day.
It is a new day. You guys all long rested.
Okay.
All right.
Callum, you are going to put the head on the disc, yes?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, don't. Oh, please don't do that. Not with me.
You can walk in the swamp.
All right. Meepo ritually casts water breathing on you, giving you all the ability to surface. Other than the rotting corpses of the bullywogs floating in the water and on the shores nearby, there doesn't seem to be any other presence. As you look up into the sky, a rainbow streak shoots across.
Does Ed have any idea what that would be?
Roll a religion check. You do
I
know.
would also be doing the same thing.
Okay. That is the bridge to Asgard.
That is the bridge to Asgard.
Yes. It is said that
All
that
right.
is how the gods travel between the various planes, especially the material plane.
Brother, I know you said you wanted to do a pilgrimage from one side to the other. It's beautiful, whatever. Can we go there instead?
Well, no, not really. We're not allowed.
Well,
What do you mean we're not allowed? What?
There's a bridge right there.
Yeah, well, it's in. Can you fly up there?
That is an excellent question. I cannot, but I will go and find a way to do that. Okay. Let me write that down. Learn to fly. Okay, good.
And even if you did, we probably wouldn't be allowed to go across the bridge, unless, of course, we gain some sort of favor or something like that.
Right, let
Hence,
me write regain favor. Okay,
right,
good.
right. There's various ways of doing such things, but it just so happens that what I'm trying to do would get the attention of Older as well. So, yeah.
Very good. So, is it like you do daily side quests for a certain faction to gain favor?
Not quite the same. No, it's more like just a big, long, arduous journey kind of thing.
Right. Okay.
So,
okay.
like, going across the map on a pilgrimage from the furthest east to the furthest west point might get you some sort of attention from the gods.
Like 300
At least
reputation
one in
points.
particular.
Very good.
Look,
Very
I
good.
don't know how they monetize it or how it works out in the end, but I do believe that the sooner we get across, the sooner we'll know if they will allow us to walk across the bridge.
Very good. Okay, hold on 1 second. Figure out reputation points. Okay, good.
It's not a points system. It's not.
You just said that you didn't know how it
This isn't a
works. Don't tell
game.
me
It's
that it
not a
doesn't
game.
work a certain way if you
We're
don't
not playing
actually know.
It's not a sport, Callum. They're the gods, right? They don't care about points and.
Can we get out of this swamp and y'all argue this out later, please?
Sorry, Sir Ash. Yes, of course.
We're walking and talking, Ash. What?
No, you stop and look at each other when you do that, and it's kind of creepy.
They are starting to stare a little too long, too.
I know, right? And I can't figure out which one of you to root for, so it's
Well,
rather
obviously
tedious. Now, if one of you
me.
could be the villain and one of you could be the good guy, and we could root for one or the other, that would be awesome.
We
Y'all
are
need to
both
work
the
on your.
good guy. We're both the good guy.
Well, see, but that's not. That doesn't make for drama. Not good drama.
Vika save life.
So, I was thinking about following the path that we'd used to get here. Would we want to stay at the abandoned ruins again?
Yes,
Well, yeah, we
I
know
believe
that
so.
that path is safe, of course. Yeah, that sounds good. Unless anyone has any objections.
I mean, Meepo's been on top of it, so I'm taking his advice.
Hate
Uh,
to the ruins.
1 second. So, I'm trying to make a decision here. Intercept.
Uh-huh.
So, and I'm trying to separate my character from me. Tactical intelligence. Would that be tactical knowledge? Would that be more of a wisdom check than an intelligence check?
Experience is wisdom, book knowledge is
Okay.
intelligence.
Okay, so that would just be a straight intelligence check then? Or wisdom check then?
About staying at the abandoned.
Okay, I guess I should just be more clear. Would I know that it would probably be better for us to take a different route than we came in with, just in case anything were to be following us?
Roll wisdom check.
Never
You're
mind.
unfamiliar with bayous and what paths could lead to what. You know, on the snowy mountains, that since your tracks could be left in the snow, that it could be sometimes dangerous to follow back on the same track if something was to set up an ambush waiting for you to return. So if you don't cover your tracks, but the bayou seems to do pretty well about covering tracks. Okay. Your first day goes quite smoothly. It's hot, it's humid, and it's disgusting.
Of course is.
The mud
Really?
is deep. Occasionally you get knee deep in some mud. You have to fish out your boots and everything. Thorns are ripping apart your leather and your clothing. I'm sure one of you has mending, so it's not a big deal, but it's definitely aggravating. The bugs are horrendous.
Midway through the first day or second day, I guess, Vicus has climbed onto the disc and is holding the sitting next to the dragon's head.
Okay. um, yeah, it's just not pleasant.
I will occasionally shape water, clean it, freeze it, and then hand that to people so they have at least something to make the day a little better.
All right, but this is why is this map still doing this? Hold on.
I set up an active ability so that my Calabras would track as I used it, so I just wanted to make sure it was working right.
Okay. I'm trying to turn off the lightning from the map. Because it's not storming, but it looks like it just doesn't want to turn off. So either way, you guys make it back to the ruins right around dusk.
Instead of us putting up camp this time, I'll just go ahead and ritually cast Tiny Hut.
All right. So the hut will last for as long as you're inside of it. Or are you gonna just cast it here on the center?
Now, I'm a smart PC, so I'm going to go over here.
It won't fit in there. 10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter.
Do you guys want to do the same trick as last time, or go somewhere else?
So you could.
If you unpause it, can I move my character
yes.
so I can see?
Yeah. That's how big Tiny Hut is. Not so tiny.
I don't know. Ed can't see very well, so one of y'all can decide how where it needs to go if you want to do it that way.
I think where Tercip has it drawn is perfect.
This is actually casting it as a 10-foot.
10-foot radius.
Yes, it's a 10-foot radius.
You've got a 20-foot radius, Tercip.
Is it?
No, it's a 20-foot circumference.
Oh.
Oh no, that is it's 20 foot.
Okay. So
it fits over here actually perfectly.
Yeah, it should realistically.
How about that?
Yeah, you just place the measure template and
yeah, so it'd fit in there. Wouldn't that also fit? No, it would not. But yeah, it fits in here good.
Well,
this is very nice.
Indeed, Ed. What is this? What kind of
I
magic
need to
is
learn
this?
this one.
It's a little cramped.
Oh, well then you're more than welcome to sleep outside, Meepo.
I would rather not. I know it's at least safe in here.
I'm going to ritually cast an alarm here before we go in. And Is this like a solid wall here on our left?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just put one there and one in this big open area. Just to me, silent.
Oh, my owl is dead, by the way. I was
Yeah,
trying to delete it. Okay.
I deleted it. All right.
And Abathur will remain watchful.
Okay. Get rid of concentration. You shouldn't be concentrating. All right. Night settles in as you gleam up at the stars or do whatever you need to do for downtime. Is there anything specific you all would like to do? Or are you just gonna keep watch and do general stuff?
I'll chip in. I need to meditate 4 hours, but I'll take whatever watch is necessary.
I mean, I would definitely like to cook for everyone as is tradition because we've got this delicious dragon meat still.
So go ahead and make a cook utensils check.
Oh, please. Not again.
This one will be top choice, promise. Trying to find it. Every time we go a week without playing, I'm always like, where is that at? I can't find it.
Should be in your inventory under tools. There you go.
And +4 to that as well, or up plus D4. So 19.
The meal, given its location, is quite exquisite. It could even rival that of what you've received back at the castle, Vicus and Callum. This is like professional chef
Oh,
type
well.
of stuff.
Colour me impressed, Ed.
Indeed.
It's very good.
While
Thank you.
while it is finally cooked, the taste of dragon meat is one that needs to be acquired. It is well seasoned, and the seasonings are almost perfect. But dragon meat is definitely an acquired taste, especially black dragon meat, as it seems to be a little bit more fishy than anything else.
Vic says tastes like chicken nuggets.
Well, while you may think that my palate is not quite broad, I do quite enjoy various flavors, but I do appreciate covering the disgusting fishy taste.
Mine tastes like whatever I imagined black dragon meat should taste like. I don't know.
Okay. So black dragon meat, you would imagine that it would taste.
In my mind,
Okay.
it's like sushi
Probably.
and ketchup, right? Like acid and fish.
I would imagine it's like
sushi and wasabi.
no,
There you go.
like a disgusting catfish with wasabi, probably.
Quite early into your rest, as you all begin to rest, it doesn't take much, but there's some loud thumps and stomps. And eventually one of your alarms goes off.
Does Abathur smell and or hear anything that might identify if this is a threat?
Well, he smells something really putrid.
Mm.
Is it the top or the bottom alarm?
It's the one that you put in the middle.
So this one or this one?
That one. That you
Okay.
just pinged.
I see what I see, correct?
You see what you see. As they
Everyone be very quiet.
are just stomping along.
What are those? Anybody? What is that?
I don't really know.
Trolls.
Glad we didn't go right there.
Thought almost like somebody was trying to make sure we were there.
Yeah.
No, I literally, I mean, I was right about it not fitting there. I thought it was only going to fit there, but they just continue stomping along. They did look like
Audio.
they were looking for something, though.
Oh.
Yes, well, I'm awake now. I'll help with further watches.
You're not scared, are you, Callum?
Oh, no, not at all. Fear is not really in my wheelhouse, as it were. But yes, no, it did wake me. It was surprising. Yes, surprising.
But that was the only thing that you really found. Or anything of consequence that happened during the night.
So, Meepo, trolls, are they generally nasty to deal with?
Very nasty.
Well, they smelled it, for sure.
They they're they're quite potent, and they heal their wounds very fast.
Well, I'm glad that we didn't face them head on then.
Are there any small sticks on the ground?
I mean, there are. Most of them are damp.
I'm gonna pick up a small stick.
I shape water on the stick and make the water seep out of the stick.
I'm going to freeze the water in the stick
Oh, never mind. I don't do that.
with shape water.
Okay.
Look straight into Vicus's eyes, crush the stick, and go crush.
Well, yeah, that stick doesn't heal itself.
Crush.
That history check was to, like, if I have ever learned anything about trolls during my quote unquote adventure lessons.
Yes, because trolls are widely encountered, especially in the bayou and surrounding lands. They're a distant cousin to giants, and they're also giant kin. You do know that they are susceptible to fire, which seems to prevent the regeneration. You also know that they are prone to mutations, with some trolls having multiple arms, legs, or even heads.
Perfect.
They're also very aggressive and stupid.
Right. Okay. Just filling up my Pokédex. That way I can make sure that when we fight stuff, I don't metagame.
Okay. So that's it for the night there. And then you all get another long rest. If you want to roll portent for me, Ed.
Perfect.
All right, those are your portents for the day. You got a 1 and an 11.
Those are actually useful numbers.
Indeed, they are. Continuing through the day, Meepo seems to be a little slow on the next day.
Slow in what way?
Make an insight check. Lost.
Okay. Let me see what I have available.
Let's keep going. We're
Oh.
on the right path.
Where are we? Where should we be going? I guess is the answer. Is the question I want to ask.
We're going back to the river, to the boats.
What direction, like cardinally, is that? Is it north? Is it south? Is it?
Edwin would like to see if anything in this area reminds him where we have already gone through. Like, if is there anything that we saw coming in?
Make a history check. Nothing looks familiar. I mean, it's swamp, marsh, and bush, but
But no
your
no
mind,
visible tracks or anything like that we've left behind, like broken branches and crap like that.
yeah, it's the water definitely seems to be in a different layout. We're going east, back to the river.
Are we actually going east?
Yes.
I have a compass that tells me where it's always north, so just so we're aware.
I mean, using those tools, you do know that you're definitely going eastwards. It's not a perfect east.
Right, well. Okay, Meepo, I believe you.
All right. And you find yourselves in a situation where there's a lot of water. And not only that, but there seems to be a lot of spiders just crawling around. They're even capable of just walking on water, and then they seem to dive down into it.
Oh, well, that's not good. Um, well, if we've got,
Meepo, do you know anything about these spiders? Is there anything we need to know?
Eh, we may have gone too far to the north.
We may want to take anti-venom.
Do these spit acid? Because I've got the acid stuff.
It's not the spiders to be worried about.
what is it then that we should worry about?
Yes.
Lizard folk.
Oh, right. Well,
That's just a history
I
check for lizard folk.
Yeah.
They're humanoids that feed off of other humanoids and even themselves, so they're also cannibals that live in the bayou. They can be quite intelligent, though they are um, seem to be much more primal and stuck into their old cultural ways. You're also familiar with hold on, the ruins of Merizi, where a strong lizardfolk host came and invaded and took hold of the city. Any attempts to reclaim that city have failed. You also know that they're a clan-based structure, so they're not completely organized, but they are somewhat organized.
well,
Gotcha.
okay. So,
I'm taking a good hard look around while y'all are talking this over.
Yeah, same. Oh, as soon as I heard lizard folk.
Yeah.
yeah, when they said lizard folk and I saw all the water, well, I've prepared something for today. Just give me a few minutes, and I will ritually cast Water Walk.
As you're ritually casting that with Ash and Ed looking around, um, you do notice some other things strange. There are lizard folk hiding near you.
Oh, hiding. Okay, maybe we should hide.
Meaning that they're aware of us.
Yes. Seem to be behind the tree here, one in the tree. One seems to be peeking around this rock there. Another one seems to be peeking around the rock there.
Is there any reason we cannot turn around, or will they follow us?
They will follow and hunt until we are all dead.
What? Who? I'm looking around.
Go ahead if you had something in mind.
No, I literally, Callum isn't paying attention.
So, noticing something, this is my new talent with Swift Illusion spell. It essentially like allows me to do cantrips like real easy if I needed to. Let me see if it'll let me do the way I want to do. It won't. Okay, I'm just gonna regular cast cantrip. From each person's perspective, can I use minor illusion to effectively highlight them without actually highlighting them out at a distance? Does that make sense?
You can try, but I mean, it's going to be a perceivable effect.
Think minor illusion of a lightning bug, and the front of the lightning bug be facing them. You don't really see the ass of the lightning bug light up, right? So it would look natural for the area, even if it wasn't.
Except it's broad daylight, but sure.
Oh, I was imagining it being kind of dim.
No, it's broad daylight. You're in the middle of your day. That's why you can see.
I'm hiding.
I see that.
Have I finished my casting?
No. Takes 10 minutes.
Okay. Perfect.
I would like to pull one of the cards out of my deck.
All right.
I'm on 5e tools. I'm trying to find the table deal for this because isn't that where we had it?
Deck of illusions.
Come on, Ace of Hearts. Come on, Ace of Hearts. Come on, Ace of Hearts.
Do you remember how many cards you had?
I do. I have 16 cards.
All right. So you hit the playing card.
Oh, where it's lit up there, and
Yeah,
then I
you
just
just hit playing card, and then
how do I roll?
like.
Oh,
hit,
it automatically did.
Yep.
This is great, Tercept. I rolled a 13, which is a fire giant.
Okay. As you see,
I got this.
Artorias Frost pull a card from his deck and toss it out into the water. As a large, extremely large giant, completely armored and darkened steeled and wielding a sword, emerges from the water and gives out a vicious roar.
Oh, is that yours?
As you see a bunch of lizard folk run away.
Let's do the same the other way.
You just see them scatter and jump into the water, swim, and scurry away.
Good job. Let's run.
Yes, nice.
Let's go.
All right.
We gotta get across this water, yeah?
And Vicus completes Water Walk, and you all just measly walk across the water.
That was so handy, guys.
That was
Yeah, no.
nice.
That was perfect. You can't beat that.
You do that all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
why don't we could have used that with the dragon?
It's not always a fire giant.
Oh,
I was really rolling the dice, as it were,
And
and I
Oh.
can only do it 15 more times.
hmm.
Oh, well. That's
you need to make it a record that you can't draw that card again.
Yep, I'm doing that right now.
Well, I
So-
would say, Sir Frost, you really tipped the scales in our favor.
You really heated things up there.
Oh, I
I
get
feel like
it. We're
that
doing.
combat would have dragoned.
Oh, well, it's drug on. It's not even quite really a pun now, is it?
Fuck you, biggest.
So,
Epo, you seem a bit off your game today. Can we do something to help you?
Now that I know which direction I have led us, I know which way to go.
Well, excuse me, sorry. You remember that tip that I'd given you? If you make another one of those mistakes, I'm going to have to ask for that back, just so we're aware, Meepo.
Understood.
Thanks. I want to let you know that this is your warning because you did such a great job the first time. So that's it. Fair is fair.
If you would like to lead, you may
Well,
do
no,
so.
we hired you to lead because you knew the area. I was giving you a tip because you did such a great job. This
And-
time was not such a great job. I'm just letting you know.
The
you know.
bayou is tricky for anyone to travel through.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely. I just wanted to let you know. Fair is fair.
but the next 2 days, the rest of this day and your next day are actually just completely uneventful, as Meepo seems to be much more on his game, and he doesn't lead you right back to the canoes, but you do get to the shoreline of the river, and he knows exactly which direction to go, and you find the canoes within the next hour.
Well done, Meepo. Great job.
Yeah, good job. Good
As
job.
I knew you would get us where we needed to go.
Now we
Hence-
camp until night. We only travel by night up the river.
Right. Yes, of course.
You water folk, you guys who can manipulate water, can you make the boats kind of go upriver just fine?
Well, boats don't walk on water, so I can't do anything myself.
No, I
The
meant
water,
like,
the water
like-
in front of us just turns to ice.
right.
Well, we can tell the water to move, though, but only in 5 to 10 foot sections.
I don't know that he can. Seems
water-
like it's very ice-based magic.
But you can animate it too. That's the second bullet of the spell.
I'm well aware of what the spell does.
Oh, you're talking about for him.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, just for him.
I point at the water again in another spot, and it turns to ice.
It's very, very, very good, Sir Frost. Okay, let me see if I can figure something out here.
So the water is going the opposite direction, right? Which would slow us down.
Correct.
How full are the banks of like what's the word I'm looking for here? Obstacles.
You're talking.
Like if someone were walking and pulling a rope
It's
with
marsh and mud. It's not like sandy or rock or anything. It's
so it would just be basically difficult terrain for them to walk.
yeah, because there's just tree branches and
So if someone was
brush.
walking and pulling the boats, would that be faster than us just rowing them, or a mixture of both?
The boats, if everyone's rowing, would probably be the fastest. It'd probably outpace anyone walking on shore, unless it was something extremely large.
Well, it would be lots of somethings walking.
Is that ability active in this game?
What ability?
I pinged it in chat. Cantrip formulas, where you can swap out a wizard cantrip after a long rest.
Is that from
Well-
Tasha's?
It is from Tasha's, yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gotcha. So I could potentially, if we take a long rest here on the bank, until night, I could have shape water, and then I could be in a boat. Ed could be in a boat, and we could just 5-foot cube underneath the canoes, have water go the direction that we want it to go, and kind of like push us along.
I could also make those of us who are rowing stronger for a period of time as well.
I might also be able to do that. I got to read the spell.
If we needed to, get our backs into it, as they say.
Our boats don't have sails, right?
No.
No.
Damn it!
Canoes.
I honestly could not remember what we took with us. I remember we had like a bigger boat, I thought, but that's why I asked.
They're large size canoes. With a combination of cantrip casting and people rowing the boats, you'll travel at normal speed. And by
Perfect.
and traveling at night, you guys end up making your way back all the way up here.
Wow. Meepo.
About 5 days later.
In these 5 days, has our little dragonborn friend been whispering to his sword or acting any weirder than usual?
First of all, that's meta. Second of all,
No, you whisper to it in the game, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
not actively like clearly talking to my sword for one.
Oh, well, I misunderstood. I thought.
Yeah, I
thought the same too.
No, I've mumbled under my breath, but I've never
Okay,
like
I
I've
totally
never
misunderstood.
I've never in front of somebody like taken my sword out and talked to it.
I could have sworn last week you said something like, or after the dragon died, you said something to the sword.
I thought you did too, but that was maybe just me being wrong.
Because I'm pretty sure Callum called him out for something.
Well, no,
But I
the
was
dragon
thinking-
soul went into the sword.
Yeah, the dragon,
Oh,
some
right,
green
right.
stuff came out of the dragon and went into the sword. Yes, there was a
Gotcha.
weird thing with the sword, but it was not me speaking to it.
Okay, never mind. I'm not doing that then.
All right.
Yes, Meepo.
One more D, and then we can turn in the bounty for the dragon.
Indeed. One more.
Yes, one more day.
As you all catch a ride from a caravan
Here's a ride.
and head back into Rapallo. So you're back at the city. I'm assuming you all want to immediately try to turn in the bounty for the dragon head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we definitely want to let Meepo go on his way.
So, walking into the city with your disc behind you with a dragon head floating on it, you get a lot of looks. Some people cheer and clap. Other people are like, more like Vicus and are like, "You couldn't have just cleaned it first, or just brought back the skull."
Well, I had to pull that thing off, so no, I didn't want to do anything else with it. Honestly, no.
Um,
Callum will be flourishing and peacocking for the people that are clapping.
there's some
I'm
older
fading into the crowd.
there's some
as
older
best.
adventurers that seem to be laughing at you.
There's adventurers that are laughing at us.
Yes.
I look at them and go, "What are you laughing at?"
You didn't bring the rest of it.
Would
That's
like
where
to
the
laugh.
real cash is.
That's where the real cash is. Writing that in my journal here. Yep. Okay, good.
We couldn't have brought it anyway, so who cares?
Like we could have carried it, but
Either way, you all turn into a government building, and
Oh, actually, Vicus would like to go and talk to one of these adventurers. So, after they said that, he would say, "Oh, wait, what do you mean the rest of it?"
the corpse, of course. The meat
Well-
is quite valuable to those who have acquired the taste for its flesh. The scales on it provide extremely great armor. The
Oh,
blood is used
yes.
for
What idiot would
Oh.
leave these scales behind?
well, I do remember where it's at, so if you would like to go and recover it, I could definitely tell you.
It's probably rotting and worthless by now.
Well, not really. Humour me. So here, I'll write down the directions, and I wrote on there.
Ask
I wrote
Repo. That's all it says.
No. This is about to get better. I think I know where this is going.
Write a little thing, and it says on the corner of "I don't give a fuck" and "Go fuck yourself." And I handed it to them.
Wow.
So yeah, that's where you can find the rest of the dragon kind, sirs.
Oh, this guy thinks he's funny.
Well,
Yes.
you're more than welcome to go find it.
He's quite hilarious.
And
Now, shoo.
enjoy the minor reward.
Thank you, good sir. You have a wonderful day.
They just chuckle themselves laughing. Like you're
Are there
not
any
worth
twigs
the
on the
time.
ground?
No.
Okay.
But you guys walk into a government building. It's where adventurers can claim bounties on things and find job postings sponsored by the Empire. Upon walking in, it's quite obvious why you're here, and some Warforged come out and take the head and carry it off for you all as a small gnome walks up with the little spectacles. One of the lenses are broken. They have like an orange fire hair. Hi! You killed a dragon. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you very. Yes, we did.
Ah, yes, keeping Rapallo and the rest of the Empire safe. Proud adventurers, I'm so proud of you. Now, given by the looks of the size of the head, and it's, I'm guessing it was quite young in stature. Let me see, as he...
I think he was actually just small for his age.
Oh, no. The reward is only based off the size.
Oh, very well. Okay.
He flicks his wrist and a book appears out of nowhere and he just seems to just flip through the pages. Yes, there's a black. Okay, no, not the red one, the black one.
Does that book say Monster Manual across the front?
No, this is the Imperial Bounties and Regulations for paying adventurers for
That is
destroying
not-
threats to the Empire.
That is not nearly as fun sounding. Very well. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. Let me see. The juvenile. 7,537.
That's a
Copper
rather
pieces.
specific number. Why is it 37?
It's based on inflation.
Oh, very,
As he
very, very
snaps
good.
the tome shut and it disappears in his hand. So let me see. And he pulls out a certificate. And out of the floor, a little table pops up with a quill and ink. And he just lays the certificate down. And he writes, yes, and who would be collecting? I can only make it out to one person because bureaucracy. So who's going to be the main collector? And you can split it yourself.
Vicus here. He is. This is all for him. So Vicus Grimm here. Appointed Vicus.
He is AFK.
Callum Grimm.
Yeah, Callum Grimm. Yes. Are you related to the Grimms down in Eastern A?
Yes.
Do you have a title associated? Have you been granted your titles yet?
Have we?
You have as the heir.
Before I answer this question, good sir, is there any kind of bonus associated with the title?
No, we just have to make record of it for the family line and stuff.
Oh, very well. Vicus would be very angry with me if I did not do all the pomp and prestige.
Well, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's back. So that would be Callum Grimm, heir to the Grimm estate.
And your title is Baron, and you are referred to as Lord by government officials.
Very well. Thank you very much, Tercept. I am Baron Callum Grimm.
But you could call me Lord.
Lord Callum Grimm. I'm assuming the title is fairly new. Normally, we don't refer to the barons as barons unless we want to talk down to them.
No. Well, you asked for the official title for the official record. I wanted to make sure that it was official, you know.
Yeah, I will subnote it as you are a baron, and he is quite insistent about making it known that you are a baron. He seems to be writing all of that down in the notes section.
Oh, bruv, why would you do such a thing? All of your years in court, and you don't even. This is unfortunate.
I don't really pay attention to an etiquette class, Vicus.
7,537 gold pieces for the slaying of a juvenile black dragon. Did you want it transferred to your family estate, or will you be collecting it in cash?
Oh, we'll be collecting it in gold pieces, please. Thank you.
All right, cash payout. He seems to just check a box. And all right, and he flips over the certificate and he slaps his desk really loud twice, and then another certificate appears. This is your copy. I'll keep the original and send it to the archives.
Very well. Thank you very, very much. I'll take that. And, gents, I do believe we should maybe get this framed. It's like our first big adventure together. We fought and killed a dragon. What do you say?
Don't we have to turn that in to get paid?
No, yeah, but I'm going to ask for a receipt, and I think we should frame this. They'll give us a copy, of course.
There
Well-
will be more dragons.
Then if they do, yes, definitely frame it.
Okay, very good, very good.
Absolutely frame it.
You look back down for the gnome, and he's already gone. The pendulum is gone, and he just seems to have disappeared.
So, dumb question. While we're not in here in the government building and not in close earshot of anyone, what was that?
Go ahead.
What if we kind of fudge the number a little bit on this one with a forgery kit, yeah?
That would be dishonorable, Ed. I don't know why my accent always changes after you talk. It's weird. I like try to mimic it. I like parrot it for some reason. No, Ed, that would be dishonorable. We'd fought well. I mean, yeah, of course it's a group vote, but I think it's dishonorable.
Ash, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I would say absolutely not. In front of me when I am around, so that I could ever be roped into any of the backlash of doing such a thing.
I was just thinking we make the 7 and 8, and
Well,
just
I
a
mean,
thought.
just thinking about what just transpired, he did have a very specific number that was written in a book there. So I think that they probably have that number at the office as well. And if we change this number to a number that doesn't match their book, it may, get us in a little bit of a spot. Just knowing how bureaucracy works and in general.
Ash, you feel quite nauseous, and you seem to have a slight fever and some chills.
Is
I
Ash
got the
nearby?
Rona, guys. I got the Rona.
Is Ash nearby?
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
So we would all notice that he's pale and not looking well.
He's already an elf, so he's fairly pale.
Well, my passive perception is a 0, so or it's a 10. I'm sorry, so I don't notice
That's
anything.
practically a 0.
Practically a
Ash,
0.
what are you doing? Okay.
I don't know. I think that last whatever we had for breakfast this morning is turning back on me.
I did not make breakfast.
Vicus, you're familiar with curing people of diseases and stuff, being a cleric, and you've spent many years actually performing such things. He obviously has some sort of disease. You would have to spend more time with it to identify it.
Oh God.
Ash is unwell.
Ash, I'm not sure what you have, but I'm also sure if it's not contagious. So, could you please socially distance away from me?
Is it that bad?
Well,
I'm gonna leave the government building and start looking around for a temple.
Okay.
all things considered,
So Ash, come, Vicus, do your white fire magic-y thing.
well, let's be completely honest. I could treat his symptoms, but I probably couldn't cure them.
That's rather unfortunate.
I would like to ritually cast Detect Poison and Disease to know exactly what he has.
Well, he's kind of walked out of the building after being asked to socially distance.
I'll follow him.
Okay. So you see Ash looking up and down the towns, or up and down the roads. Ash, there are a few temples available. The largest one seems to be to Odin.
So those
Are
two have
any
walked
of
away,
them-
right?
Are any of them specifically known for healing, or is that
Oh, wait a second. Let me retcon that a little bit because I didn't realize that lesser restoration cured a disease.
That's
I just thought it was
100% what I
all-
thought. I was like,
all
you definitely have
conditions.
lesser restoration. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I'm going to. My apologies. As I look at him, I'm going to cast the spell and tell him to socially distance because I'm not sure if it will quite worked.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I did not read the beginning of the disease. I just thought it was all the
You have to touch
condition.
him.
Well, yeah, what during my initial I guess diagnosis, right? But
Okay.
as I was telling him to socially distance, I would have casted it. While that would have been my verbal component, is recommending that he socially distance.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to request one just so he didn't throw up while touching someone that was diseased.
Perfect. I'm going to burn a Calabras because I don't want to be sick.
I didn't get that message. It's like you sent me an empty message.
Oh, weird.
That was to Tim.
Oh. Oh, perfect. Well, isn't that wonderful?
Okay.
I'm going to ritually cast detect poison and disease, so I can figure out what's going on.
Okay. Speaking to your party members and asking, telling them that you can identify any diseases around. You ritually cast this, and you do notice that poor Vicus did end up catching the disease, and you identify
I don't tell him right away.
You identify it as black vomit.
Vicus, do you know what black vomit is?
I will roll a medicine check to see if I remember.
Yes, black vomit is a very common disease around wetlands and stuff from insect bites. And it turns your vomit black, and after a few days of catching the disease, that's when the symptoms seem to appear, and it becomes very difficult to hold down food and water.
Well, yes, it's quite rudimentary disease actually. Generally in areas at which we came from, but it usually has an incubation period of probably 3 to 5 days upon contracting it. So yeah, I would think that Ash contracted it probably during our trip up the river. It should be fine now.
I will pat Vicus on the shoulder. You're so smart, brother.
Roll
When
a
I did-
Constitution saving throw.
Yep. I don't know he has it.
As Ed, you're
I
still
put my
concentrating on that.
hands into my hands, and first of all, did I know that Ash is cured by it?
Ash is no longer radiating it. It's kind of like a sight. It's not something you just inherently know. It's kind of like an aura that you can pick up and
Okay.
identify. And you notice that the aura transmitted from Vicus to Callum upon touching the shoulder.
Well, I did not notice this a minute ago, but both of you seem to have it.
Oh, of course.
I feel fine. I
I'm
feel
sitting
fine.
next to them, right? I'd like to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
We're sitting
Come
in a
here,
government
Cal.
building just casting spells.
Cal, come here, Cal.
What?
Uh,
I feel fine. I feel
No,
fine.
it. As I said, it's got an incubation period of 3 to 5 days. We'll feel fine for then,
Oh,
and
right,
then
you
it will
did.
hit us
You
all
did
at
say that.
once.
I'm going to
So-
walk over and write in my journal 3 to 5 days, black vomit.
And I will cast Lesser Restoration on both of us.
All right. With that, you are cured. Though, Ed, you do pick up other people nearby that have diseases. A few of them seem to be sexually transmitted diseases like syphilis and shit. So,
I've heard shit is a really bad sexually transmitted disease.
yes.
It's the worst. Why here?
Can't believe it. She caught the shit.
I mean, you just found the greatest spell to cast before you go visit a brothel, so.
I'll be right back.
So should we turn this in here and get some gold?
Yes. Indeed.
All right. You end up going to one of the Imperial Treasury locations. You have to check in all spellcasting components and weapons before you are allowed to enter.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. Don't want anyone stealing things.
I will stay outside.
All right.
I too will stay with Frost.
I'll be getting, as I'm removing my very, very nice sword, I'll be getting this back, of course, right?
Yes, we just don't approve of weapons and spellcasting foci into the building.
Very good.
It's
Here
so
you
that
go.
we don't steal it.
No, I understand. I paid attention in that class, Vicus. I just, this has certain sentimental value, as you know.
Oh, of course, of course. Would you like me to hold it and stay outside?
Actually, yes, I would.
Then I would do that for you.
Thank you so much, brother. I will hand the silver blade to Vicus and hand the gentleman which has my spell casting focus on it already, and hand the gentleman the receipt or the certificate.
Okay. You walk inside, you hand over the certificate, and it's not very busy, but it's very clean. You do notice quite a few armored guards around, and what clearly seems to be wizards also looking around, as well as some clergy members.
Is Ash? Did Ash come with me?
Ash, are you in, or did you stay outside? Ash!
We'll go as
I stayed outside.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm by myself. That's fine.
You pass through multiple magic auras. They seem to be colored in different things, but it's no resistance or anything. They're just magical auras and multiple layers as they watch you as you approach the counter.
Just to see if I know what the auras are.
Some of the basic ones are detect magic, identify, and some other things that seem to be more like permanized effects.
Gotcha.
You approach a counter. Yes, certificate, please.
Oh, yes, here you go.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Lord Callum. All right. Set that around as some magical auras pop up in front of him, and he seems to be like turning almost invisible dials. Yes, give me one moment. And then he claps his hands as a silver-like disc drops out of a tube in front of him. Yes, here you go.
Very good. I'll take the tube. And what is in the tube?
It's a disc. It came out of the tube.
Oh, gotcha.
It is. You're somewhat familiar with these. It's how the Treasury kind of packages up things. They're temporary, kind of like bags of holding, but they only hold coin and only the amount. And once the gold is extracted, it cannot be put back in.
Oh, very good. And remind me again what the amount was.
7,537.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, very good. Do you love these little disc wallets? They are very handy. So, if you don't mind me asking, I know it doesn't seem supremely busy at the moment. A couple of questions about the city, real quick. Are you a native of the city here?
No, I come from Acernia. I was assigned to this location.
Oh, very, very good. How is Acernia these days?
It's the most magnificent city in the world.
Absolutely, I've read all about it. I've never been though. Is it lovely this time of year?
Yes, it's absolutely splendid. The lake offers a fantastic view, um, and the lands surrounding it are also magnificent.
Very, very good. Well, send my best to Ecernia next time you're there. I will definitely try to make my way there. As far as Rapallo is concerned, how long have you lived here?
I've been here for, I think, 3 weeks and 4 days now. I'll be returning back to Incernia when I'm summoned back. They keep us treasury folks on a random rotation that pays very well, but it prevents anybody from doing inside jobs, since we
Very,
never know when we're going to depart.
very good. Yes, that makes a lot of sense, and I love how just absolutely specific you were about how long you've been here. Just so you guys know, one of the traits that I rolled was every time I talk to anyone, I try to make them feel like the most important person in the world. So I am playing that up hard. So that is splendid. So, if you don't mind me asking, you've been here for about 3 weeks. You probably know the magical item trade here in Rapallo, and the smithies, as it were. I do enjoy a good blade. Are they rather nice? Do you not venture into that sort of area very often?
No, Rapallo is heavily known for its adventurers. I'm assuming you're one such yourself, even though you're from a noble bloodline. But there's quite amount of magical items on trade, or adventurers trying to change things up or find better ways, or they're just tired and retire, or they're retiring, or they're just incapable of adventuring anymore. Um, so a lot of things get sold here. A lot of things come from Gennaro and Alton, and all these other places end up here to be sold by various merchants. So it's a fairly busy market.
Very good, very good. That is most excellent. I really, truly appreciate all the time you spent with me here today. I will take this, and you just have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
Oh, yes, there, thank you. And best of luck, don't die.
I will do my best not to, and you do the same. And again, send my best to Asenia, and I'll take my leave.
Okay. You walk out and you see Meepo is tapping his feet. My payment, please.
Oh, yes, Meepo, I think we agreed on 12.5, yes?
Thought it was 10.
I think it was 12.5. I mean, you're not there, Vicus, but I believe it was 12.5. I can roll a history check. I was drinking.
It was a full share.
I thought it was
It
like
was
12.5 because he was going to like actually lead
Yeah.
us, and it was only 10% if he was going to stay with the boats.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I don't remember.
That is true.
And we gave him the boats too.
Right. So 12.5%, correct?
That's what I remember.
Okay, so sounds about right. So that'd be 942.125.
Yes.
Gotcha. So I will hand over 942 gold
so much
as
gold.
we walk and talk. So that's going to take roughly, I don't know, 30 minutes if you guys want to be talking outside or fighting people. I don't know.
Part of the coin is you can specify an amount while twisting it, and it will just basically spit out money.
I love it when you twist things and they spit stuff out. So I will. Never mind. It'll take about 5 minutes, and I will give him 942 gold. So I'll do the math real quick and send you guys the leftover amount.
It's a pleasure doing business with you all.
As
You too, Meepo. You were absolutely excellent, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, month, and year.
do the best. And he scurries off into the crowds. But with your payment and your treasures that you've recovered from the young black dragon, what would you all like to do? Are you returning to the Ghastly Crow, or would you like to upgrade your inn?
Well, I rather like the rabble that surrounds the Ghastly Crow, so I would vote for that area. But you all, again, what would you all like to do?
Yeah, being a barkeeper myself, they all seem the same. I am happy where anyone wants to go. I would like to go back to the shop and try to sell some of this dragon blood, though.
Oh yes, we didn't find any mushrooms for that gentleman, did we?
I thought we
Oh,
did.
We did find mushrooms in the
Yeah.
cave. Yes, of course. Let's see if I drunkenly added them to my character sheet.
Yeah, we definitely found them because I remember plucking them. The only thing that I added to the sheet was the dragon's blood. I think someone else added the other stuff.
I have the scales, which I need to go to an armorer.
I definitely plucked some mushrooms. All right, went to cut them down, and then Vicus was like, "You're an idiot. Don't cut them. Just pick them."
Yeah,
So
someone
we're-
has something that keeps things from spoiling, and that's where the dragon's blood and the mushrooms went, from what I remember.
Yeah,
I think Ash
they're
has
in
that,
my
yeah.
they're in my chest preserving.
That's what they were called. I don't remember how many we got of them each.
I'll split all that stuff out and give it to y'all so you can make your sales. What was the split on the coins?
1319.
1319.
Do you all want your payment now, or do you want me to keep it in this little? If I take it out of the disc, I can't put it back in the disc. So, do you
I'll
want
take mine.
Okay, very good. 1,319 gold to you, Sir Ash. Spend it well, of course.
I will take mine.
1,319 gold for you, Sir Frost. I cannot wait to see what icicles you buy with that. It'll be
I
beautiful.
immediately turn and look at Ash and go, Ash, can I put this in your bag with the rest of my money?
Sure.
Thank you. I need to go to an armorer. I have these scales and I would like to make some armor.
The only other thing I'd like to do is get our change. I'm sure you guys don't want to carry around silver and copper. I know I don't.
I actually have a thing for myself that I need to do after we go to the apothecary and talk to that gentleman again. So I would like to keep my silver for the time being, but that is it. That is all.
I would like to accompany you to the armorer.
Well, I have 123 silver if you would like that, Cal.
Here you go. Here's 2 gold.
Oh, you.
Am I picking up that Cal wants silver?
I don't. I think. I mean, he has 1,400 silver pieces, so I think he has enough. I'm like above table, or I'll tell you guys. Like, I just need to get some silver daggers made. So
I pull out 1,313 silver and go and hold it out.
How are you holding 1,300
in a pouch?
Oh, okay.
And then my other hand is opened up.
I can't very well. We need to buy another bag of holding, I think, while we're here. Should be easy enough to find, I believe, possibly. I am not the strongest fellow in the world, Sir Frost. I'm not as strapping as you or you are. I'm sorry, not past tense. So I don't know that I could carry all that. Rather weak arms, you see. I'm rather lithe and fast. I think I'll be okay, though. I'll take this 123, and brother...
So you're just trying to silver your weapons?
No, I'm going to get, like, pure silver daggers made.
Oh, okay.
So, Frost, he doesn't want it. Put it away.
I'm still holding it out.
Put it away now, Frost. He doesn't want it.
Yeah, so Frost, I do not want your silver.
I put it back.
You should turn it into gold, and that way you buy more things that help you go crush.
I saw Vikas just turned his into gold.
Oh, no, I'm not. I guess. Well, that's a brotherly advantage. Yes. Very good. Walking away now with my mushrooms.
I see. To armor. Turn around.
Anybody wants to go to the potion store is welcome to come to with Ed
We
That's what
decided to meet back at the.
at the end.
Okay.
I'm going with Ed to the apothecary with the mushrooms.
I'm going to the armor.
Likewise.
I will go to the apothecary.
So who's first? God. God. He's not speaking to me.
God, are you there?
Hello?
I can't hear you. Oh,
Hello,
there he
sir.
is.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I guess my headset came loose. Let's do the apothecary first. So walking into the apothecary, you notice that he's quite busy. You seem to notice that he's also there's fewer potions on the walls. Right, you all returned. Did you end up using uh, the items that you purchased? I think it was like acid resistance, if I recall, right?
Actually, it took a little too long to apply, and then we kind of ran into the problem of a black dragon sooner than we thought we would. So we did not, but I will still be keeping it, of course. It looks like it's beautiful craftsmanship.
A black
Um,
dragon? I didn't know you were all fighting a black dragon. I just thought you were getting into some other stuff.
oh no, yeah, we fought and actually slayed a black dragon.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But we did bring back you some supplies for you. Actually, we were looking at your shelves here. They look a little bare. Looks like you could use some base components.
It's just I haven't had a lot of time to do the crafting. A lot of adventurers recently with the old, the red dragon attack.
Oh, the what?
Oh, you haven't heard that there
No.
was a red dragon attack in Zavatur. It didn't do much damage. They just paid it to make it go away, but it's quite the scare.
How large
Well.
was this red dragon?
Oh, it's a large one. It's one of the older ones.
Very good. Writing in my journal, don't tell Sir Frost about large red dragon because we probably will die.
I mean, if it was if it was a smaller dragon, it would most likely have been just outright killed. But the larger ones possess much more potent magics and such. I'm
Yes, of
guessing.
course.
I'm guessing whatever normally keeps it away was gone. It was rumored about to be like 700,000 gold or such worth
Oh,
of a
ah,
payout.
Well, that
that's
is a very large payout. Yes, of course.
quite a lot.
It happens every few decades. The dragon comes down, and when something happens to just walk away.
Does he go down to Georgia looking for a soul to steal?
No.
What?
So with all of the adventurers, is there like a big pot that we could get in on and fight with them that you would be aware of?
Many people have tried to find the dragons. Many of them return unable to find their lairs. I think there's only 2 known red dragons that have at least made themselves publicly known. Their offspring, if they're not killed when they venture out, keep well hidden until they're large enough, which takes centuries.
I guess the question I was asking was: is there like large parties that are going together? Because I imagine if people are raiding the shop for supplies, that there's large groups of people grouping up to go fight this red dragon.
Oh yes. Yeah. There's a lot of people gearing to try to find the dragon. Like I said, many have tried over the past decades, but I've unable to do so.
Well, let's see what we have for you to help you resupply yourselves. No.
Yeah, yes. Let me see.
I have 5. I think I just had like 5 of each. So 5 of the black chanterelles here, 5 of the bluefoot, and 5 of the hawkswing.
Oh, yeah, very common around the Black Dragon lairs. The Black Dragons like to use these for various spices to before they devour their victims. Yeah, that with their acid breath as well. Um, Black Chanterelle. Um, I could probably give you maybe 40 gold pieces for those.
Very good. Yes.
The Bluefoot are a little bit more common. Some of the elves, the wood elves, also like these. So, 70 silver.
Okay. And the hawkswing?
Hawkswing. It's an interesting one. Not more commonly found, but very very difficult to work with, as well as less people interested in the effects. Um, Not sure why the effects are the way they are, but they're mostly bought by gnomes. I'm not sure why, but
They smoke.
I, I'll give you 35 gold for those.
Okay. So we've got 40 for the black. Was it 40 for the black chanterelle?
Yes.
70 for the 70 silver for the bluefoot, and 30 for the hawkswing.
And Callum, do not forget the dragon's blood.
Oh yeah, no, of course, the dragon's blood here. That's yeah, of course. Now, Sir Ed, did you want any of these to spice up your food at all?
The dragon's blood you can use as magical ink. Aren't you both wizards? Wouldn't you just want to use the blood to inscribe in your spellbook?
Well, I am more of a war mage. Wizards are so studious and boring. But yeah, Sir Ed, should we keep that to scribe?
Yeah, we should probably keep it.
Okay, very
I
good.
mean, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, there's some people that would pay a large amount of money for it, but not me.
How much per vial?
Well, if you go to if you ever get an audience with Lady Isolda, she pays, I think, 500 per vial.
Yeah, we'll just hold on to those.
It definitely needs to be fresh, though. She's quite picky.
Oh, we have.
Well, do you know of any places that sell? Well, no, you wouldn't spell scrolls, but that would probably just need to put out a.
Here, mostly other adventurers. You could probably go to the Paola Tower and see if they have scrolls for sale, since that's where most of the wizards seem to hang out. The only other wizards here are mostly adventurers or those that are on duty from the Empire. I mean, you can get cleric spells from the temples and stuff, and plenty of those around.
Well, that's good to know.
Very good. Well, then, so Ed, did you want any of these mushrooms before I hand them over to our gentleman friend here?
No, the prices sound good to me. The only other thing would you be interested in switching some of these silver for gold pieces? Obviously, since you're giving us the service, we could do maybe like 1 for 8 instead of 1 for 10.
Yes, I can give you the gold instead.
Okay. Is that? I mean, are you fine with that? I know usually there's like a 20 to 10%.
No, it was just the math that came to his head at first. He normally doesn't get like some bulk. All right. Anything else from the apothecary?
I would ask, So if I were to get supplies to be, to create my own scrolls, where would I have to go for that?
I mean, you could go to any of the temples. They will sell you supplies, being of your nature.
That would work then. Well, I'm good here. So have a wonderful day,
Oh, I
Sir
actually
Apothecary.
I do need to buy some charcoal and some incense for a familiar spell. I'd like to buy about 50 gold worth if I could.
Oh, yeah, I got plenty of that in the back.
Very good.
And it's not Warforged that carry this out, but it seems to be like spectral, faceless humanoids that carry out a large crate. Um, uh, and they pop off the top of it, and you just see like packaging. Uh, I know this sounds weird, but think of like wrapped cocaine packaging, but instead of cocaine, it's a label on it, and it's brown paper, and it says "Find familiar" stuff.
Find familiar stuff right there
Yeah,
on the brown.
find familiar components.
Gotcha.
It's
How much do those weigh? I'm going to buy 5 of them.
each one is 50 gold worth.
Each one is
of
50 gold
Yeah,
worth? Oh, shit. Okay, I'll just buy one.
Yeah.
A pound?
A
Perfect.
kilo.
A kilo.
hey, this is one thing that I can consistently make and sell.
Perfect. Well, here's 50 gold, and thank you so much.
Oh yes, thank you.
Actually, I'll. Does he look pissed if I try to hand him 500 silver?
Yeah, not pissed, but a little like, why are you handing me silver? I handed you gold. You asked for gold, and you're handing me silver.
Okay, that's fair. I'm going to hand him gold then.
All right.
Wrong pocketbook.
Oh.
Oh dear!
I mean,
I got my silver pouch.
I would have taken the silver, but I mean,
No,
Thank you.
I could tell it was kind of putting you out, and I don't like to be
I was
impolite.
just confused on why you would request all of yours to be in gold, and then you would pay me in silver. But if you have that much silver, maybe I understand why you wouldn't want more.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're good. Here's 50 gold, and I've got my little kilo of white gold here. They're perfect. Good times.
Yes, very good times. Have a great time adventuring, and if you choose to join the Red Dragon Hunt, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
I would like to go to the temple then.
All right, let's deal with what somebody else wants to do. So,
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Torius, you want to go find a blacksmith.
I believe Ash did as well.
So you guys are going to find a blacksmith. They're not hard to find. They're quite easy to find. So you walk up to a blacksmith. You see an assortment of various armors and stuff around. They seem to be working on some sort of weapons in the forge. Customers, how can I help you?
Yes, I need some armor and some boots and your motorcycle. No, I'm just kidding. I need some armor made.
Some armor. I mean, I have plenty of sets of armor available. I could fit some for you.
I pull out the dragon scales.
Oh,
13 pristine black dragon scales.
oh, some scale mail then, huh? That'll take us quite a bit of time to make, unless you're looking for something more basic.
I would like half plate.
It's very difficult to make plate out of it, but I could potentially do it. But are you looking for the magical properties or just some generic armor made out of it?
I want the properties.
Uh, all right. It'll be about 13 months and roughly 50,000 gold.
And I turn around and walk out.
Uh, you sure?
Don't say
Okay.
a word. I just leave, and I'll wait outside for Ash.
He's like Fox and the Grapes. I didn't want it anyway.
I don't think your friend understands how difficult it is to tap into the innate magic of dragons.
Well, we're going on a long journey, so, commissioning something like that's probably not in his list of options. But I'm looking for armor that's already in existence. I want some medium armor that lets me move like I'm wearing light armor. I've heard tell that there's armor called serpent scale armor that's a set of scale mail that is so supple it meets all of my requirements. So something along those lines.
Serpent scale.
It was in Candlekeep Mysteries.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I got a set of that around. Let me see. Hey, do you have a preference on the scale type?
So does the scale type make any difference?
Color.
Something dark.
Something. I mean,
Or
the
or
scales.
something that blends with the background.
Yeah, the scales that your friend was holding would definitely be useful, but I do have some black giant lizard scales that I could use. Or I've made from. I got various greens, blues. Uh, I guess the creature type doesn't count either.
Do you have like a deep blue?
A deep blue? Let me check in the back real quick. He walks out. Yeah. Here we go. It's not a deep blue, but it's it's a darkish purple.
How much does that cost?
This 3,700.
Oh, well,
It's mostly because of the material. This one is made from purple worm scales.
do you have any that are around 2,000 or less? Whatever the color.
Let me go check. Walks in the back again. Comes back out almost 10 minutes later. I found this at the in one of the barrels. It's been sitting here for a while, but it might do you well. It seems to be more of a light gray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what creature this is from, but I would be willing to part with it for 2,000. Its lack of color means it doesn't. It's not going to really attract buyers. They typically want the colorful stuff.
Uh, I'll try it on, and
Seems to fit you well.
is it everything I'm looking for?
It seems to be scale mail, serpent scale mail.
Okay. I will turn over almost my entire stack of coins, 2,000 gold.
Ah, pleasure doing business with you.
I will return the compliment. It was a pleasure doing business with you. I was hoping for a nondescript or blendy look, and this is perfect. Thank you.
Ah, yes. I hope you enjoy whatever that is.
Yeah, I think I'll have one of my friends identify it. They can probably tell.
All
Thank
right.
you. Have a good day, sir.
Ah, fair adventuring.
Oh, can I? Do you buy armor? I've got this set of scale mail.
Ah,
No, studded leather. I mean,
I mean, yeah, I'll buy it. If it's non-magical, he only pays you half of what it costs
well,
to
I'll
acquire.
take it.
All
I'll
right.
have to figure out what that is, but I'm gonna delete it.
Studded leather is 45, so I mean, he gives you like 22 for it.
That's fine.
All right. Ed, what are you looking for?
I mean, right now, I don't think there's anything else that Ed's looking for other than the bar, the Ghastly Crow.
Okay, so you're just gonna go to the Ghastly Crow and
Yeah, after we're done getting all of our coin,
okay.
when I did my change at 80%.
I need to
So
find one more thing, but I think Dave said he needed to find something too.
All right. So yes, we'll go back to Vicus and Callum.
Where are we going, brother?
Well, we have to go to the temple. Or there are some supplies I have to get there, and
They're going to be rather boorish as always, right?
well, not exactly. You, of all people, should appreciate what I'm going to get.
Okay, what are you going to get?
Well, I need to first off get a
Oh,
couple of
okay. You're looking it up.
scrolls.
My bad.
I need to get a couple of scrolls and some supplies to continue to make them along our travels.
Very
That
good.
being protection from energy, of course, primarily. Considering if our, wonderful Sir Frost wants to keep hunting dragons, it might behoove us to be protected.
Oh, of course, of course. By the way, guys, I think it's been another 5 days traveling. So if you guys like keep track of it. Well, no, actually, you cooked, Ed, didn't you?
yep.
Ed cooks all the time, and you guys have enough survival to find various things. And with Meepo also guiding,
Gotcha.
you
I was
also
like,
Every
have
time we
dragon
fight
meat.
stuff, I'm always gutting it and everything else because that's
Gotcha.
again specialty of being what is effectively people of the forest. That's what we do.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay. So I'll
like
keep in
that. That
mind.
is the flavor. A nomadic river people. So
Very good. Do I hear a ting, ting, ting as we travel?
They're potatoes. Walking into any of the temples. So one thing that you do know is that the gods are basically at peace, other than a few of them, like Surtur, who really just hates them,
Hmm.
the gods and stuff. So most temples serve the entire pantheon. There are some that are built in dedication to one god, but you'll find multiple different clerics there. So the Temple of Odin in Rapallo is by far the largest, but it has clergy of almost every other deity there. But you walk in and
Perfect.
there's clergy all over the place with various colored robes and religious symbols and stuff, healing adventurers and doing other clergy type things.
Perfect. I would go and find the supplies liaison.
Okay, walking into the back, you find a few clergy members at seems to be like a stockroom. Oh,
Perfect.
brother, what can we help you with? Find something.
Uh, of course, brother. I would like to first off find some supplies to inscribe scrolls, um, and I would also like to purchase some of them if we have any of them made currently.
You would have to provide the spells
Oh,
to determine if we have those scrolls currently in inventory. But the supplies are something easy that we can provide. The scroll paper, we can give you a case full of 50 papers. Um, the inks you'll have to purchase from us though, so we can
that
replenish our stock.
that would be perfect. And the spell scroll that I'm looking for particularly would be protection from energy.
They both look at each other and then they just start giggling. You and everybody else, my brother.
Well, of course.
Do I get the idea they're condescending to him right now?
No, they just thought they think it's funny.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes, no, our stock is completely replenished of that.
Of course it is.
God, I'm
Well,
just getting ready to slay some clerics in the temple.
Yes, sorry, brother, but there are many other adventuring parties with that you know that wear the cloth and such, and they are all eager to go find that dragon.
of course, of course. Well, then I suppose it would just be the supplies then.
Yeah. How much of the magic inks do you want?
Hmm, what do we say? How about maybe enough to scribe 10 of these scrolls?
Just 10? All right, that's easy. Um,
Well, but how much would it be to scribe 50?
I mean, it's the cost, but
What?
what's under the spell casting feature? What is it like? Is it 50 gold per level or something like that?
Just
Uh,
scribe them into a book. I think it's 50 gold per level.
Let me see.
Also, while you're looking that up,
Scribing a
while
spell scroll, it is 25 per level. 15 for. It's actually different. Per.
so for third level,
So if for third level, it's 500 gold
500 gold
just for one
per
scroll.
scroll.
Yeah.
Wow, then.
That which doesn't make sense considering that you can buy them for cheaper than that. I'm gonna go with the same magical items. It's 200 gold for a third level.
Okay, that I can do easily. So then I would get 7 of them. Or I would buy enough supplies to actually I'll just buy enough supplies to do 5 then, just to be safe.
Okay. Um, for 5 third level.
Yes.
All right. So they pull a lever and the shelf behind them moves back, and you see the everything begin to rotate as a cauldron appears. Kind of like a room behind them rotates around. and there's a shelf full of empty flasks. The cauldron seems to be bubbling as one of the clergy members goes in and fills up 5 flasks from the cauldron and corks them and hands them over. Here you go. Now
Thank you.
that'd be 1,000 gold.
Absolutely. And I would hand over a pouch containing 1,000 gold.
Just put it in here in the hole in the counter, please.
Okay, I overturn the pouch.
As you recognize a minor illusion as a counter goes up. Yep. There you go. 1,000 gold. Enjoy.
I sure will.
They pull the lever and the room behind them rotates again back to something different.
While that was all happening, would Callum not really paying attention to this boring exchange? Would he notice like I don't know, any statues of Heimdall anywhere?
There is one near the entrance.
Gotcha. Callum would try to sneak away because he doesn't want his brother to see him doing anything remotely boring, I guess. he has a facade to keep up, guys. He would try to sneak away and just say a little prayer to Heimdall.
Okay. Going to the statue of Heimdall, he is a great warrior, and considered a son of Odin. He wears heavy plate armor, wields a great sword, which is known to control the Bifrost, which is the Rainbow Bridge. And his eyes appear to be made out of solid gold. They don't have any pupils to them.
I'll just tell Heimdall that doing my best to fight honorably and be as studious with my blade as I can be, and that I hope that he allows me passage over the Rainbow Bridge at some point in my lifetime.
Okay.
And after my transaction, I would go to the section of the temple devoted to Other and, just kind of do my prayer stuff, give an offering, that whole thing.
All right. And then we'll go back to you, Artorius. You wanted to go do something else.
Yes, I need to get some. What did I need again? I need lead-based ink.
Lead-based ink?
Yes.
May I ask why?
It's a spell component.
Okay. Is it an arcane one, or is it a clerical, or both? Because that determines how easy it is to get it.
I don't know. This just says a lead-based ink worth at least 10 gold.
You can go back to the apothecary and get that. If you
Okay,
buy
perfect.
some lead from a blacksmith, which you can do.
Okay.
So you buy 10 gold worth of lead and then go ask the apothecary to grind it up. You'll have to pay a service charge of extra 5 gold.
Okay, cool. I will buy 20 golds worth of lead. So enough for 2. And then 5 to do it. So 10 for 2 of them.
You need 2. It'd be 10.
Yeah.
It'd be 10 for each lead, and then
Yep.
the service charge is still 5 for both. So
Okay.
25 gold.
Perfect. That's all I needed.
And Callum would try to find some sort of blacksmith. Like, if he doesn't find one on the way back, it's totally fine.
Hold on. Okay, and then Ash, you go and visit the shipping company. they have no local contracts for you, but they gave you an update to your current delivery. The person that you're seeking out and that you're supposed to provide the delivery to in Auton seems to have disappeared, though their magical signature still registers there. They cannot find the person in the city. They think that they're still there, but they're not sure how he's hiding. So it may be more difficult to track them down when you get there. There's also you're here, Stony, right? You're hearing this?
Yes, I am. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm typing. I was responding. Just do a mute button.
Okay. It seems that he has stolen a quite sizable amount, more so than they originally thought, and that they've increased the bounty to be 10% of whatever is recovered, though they did not
Okay.
disclose that amount.
Well, it's that's an unusual occurrence, so I'm gonna assume it's a good deal all the way around. Yeah. All right. I will.
Assuming that you do return the rest that was recovered.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Alrighty. Any other special instructions now that some of the other information has changed?
They ask for extra pepper.
Extra pepper.
Which for you means pain. They want his last moments to be pain.
Understood. Alrighty. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
As you as well, Ash.
And I'll return to the inn and look for my companions.
All right, and then Callum, you're going to a blacksmith.
Sorry. Yep.
Okay. Well, again, they're really easy to find between the clanking of metal and various displays of armor and stuff. What are you looking for from the blacksmith?
Oh, hello, sir. I am looking to have some daggers made, as well as inquire about certain magical item. As you can see on my vestment here, and I'm missing like 3 of my 6 daggers that I usually carry on myself. I, I'm not a big man. Weight is an issue for me. So wanted to have some silver daggers made, probably 10 of them. I have a large amount of silver and a modest amount of gold to pay for the smithy. And then I would like to see if you knew of anyone that made any kind of vestment that would hold these, possibly in an extra dimensional space, but I could quickly acquire them. Basically, I'm looking for like a bag of holding holster, as it were, or a
Okay.
bag of holding like sheath. It's not really an item.
It should be a bandolier.
Yeah, basically a bag of holding bandolier. That would be not an action to like. It would still be like an object interaction, like draw a dagger, but specifically designed for. Yeah, you get it. Yeah. So, and that is what I'm looking for.
Yes. Now, so the daggers, you do know that the silver is going to be very difficult to keep sharp over time, right?
Oh yes, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. I can always stop back into your wonderful establishment here to have them sharpened, right?
Oh, yes. I mean, you lose the silver from that unless you completely reforge it. But yes, we can do the best we can. No, you said 10 silver daggers.
I want to assume that this is a Goliath with that voice, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah, no, looking for 10 of them, yes.
Yes. Okay. Just hand over the silver. Make sure you have enough. It's going to be a gold piece per the dagger, just for the little scabbard hilt thing. Um, and then for the service charge, I'll do a flat rate of 20 gold, and I'll have them done for you in about 3 days.
Oh, very good, very good. And how much silver does he need?
Uh, he needs roughly about 250 silver pieces per dagger.
250 silver pieces per dagger. Okay. Um,
Almost like you knew where there was a bunch of silver that you didn't want to take.
yeah, I actually need that 1,300 silver now. For 10 of them. So 250. So I can get 6 made. So I have enough silver for 6. So that would be 1,500 silver. And then 20 gold flat rate for all of them.
Yeah, it'd be easier if you were just dealing with silver bars, but since you're dealing with pieces and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So I would give him 20 gold and 1,500 silver.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Like I said, come back in about 3 to 4 days, and they should be done. The vestment
Perfect.
thing, I'll take a look to see if we have anything nearby for you. That would be 10 gold just for me to take a look around and talk to the other vendors for you.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, very good, very good. Here's 30 gold. And here's an extra 5 gold just to maybe make you look a little extra harder. Just a tip, as it were.
oh, much appreciated. Thank you. Yes, I do like to make my customers satisfied.
I can tell that, large, strapping fellow such as yourself. That is excellent. Well, I will be back in 3 to 4 days.
Yeah, my
Uh,
voice didn't always sound like this, but when the wyvern ripped out my throat, it never healed correctly.
oh, that is unfortunate. The wyvern, you say? Were you an adventurer as well, or did it attack the city?
Oh no, I was just in the stands trying to I used to tame the wyverns. This one was just very hungry, and it thought I was a snack, and it just ripped out my throat. It was very unpleasant.
Very good. Have you looked into any kind of reconstruction magic for your vocal cords?
Yeah, the temple said they have tried everything that they can, but at this point it might just be cursed to be this way.
Very well. Well, I will. You know what? While you're looking into that for me, I will. My brother. He's a rather prodigious healer. He's very good. He still has a lot to learn, but I will speak to him and I will come back to you with my findings, seeing if I can maybe help with your issue. That would be I think advantageous for us both. So I will again. I'll be back in 4 days, so you don't have to rush on the daggers. I would like to obviously be in pristine condition, but looking at you, you obviously make pristine weapons. So I'll be back in 4 days, and I will see you then.
Oh, very good. Safe travels and such.
Very good, sir. Thank you very much, and I'll wave and walk out the door.
Alrighty. Is there anything else anybody's looking to do? Alright. You paid him that,
Ooh.
the...
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. I was talking to no one. The only other thing that I can think Ed would want to do is pull on the thread of this Red Dragon Party thing and see if there's anyone that would be hiring us and try to get some details of that to share to everyone at the bar tonight.
Alright, make a persuasion check. It's not hard to find people talking about the dragon, it's persuading them to disclose more.
I'll use a lucky on that. And guide myself.
Okay.
17.
There are quite a few dragons, or not dragons, but quite a few people talking about dragons. These people seem to be a little bit more experienced than you. They seem to be better equipped as your pointed into the direction of the stables, where you see most of these people are mounting up on griffins or wyverns or other large beasts. Even some
Oh,
have
so they're pretty legit.
they're pretty legit adventurers. And so they kind of ask like, what are your key spells and such.
Fireball, as any wizard would say.
Yes. And you're immediately scolded by another wizard. And a brilliant wizard would know that a fireball is completely useless against the red dragon. Good day!
I assume I'm not here, right?
You are not there.
Shit.
So, yeah.
No one talks to my friends that way, god damn it.
It seems to be much more legit people that seem to be gearing up. It's not as many as you thought, but there are quite a few other adventuring parties that might be around your tier level, but they also seem to be lacking the equipment to deal.
Yeah, they're just the dying fluff bunnies.
Yeah, basically. Like these are the people that live on hopes and dreams.
All right, and then there's no other threads that Ed would find.
So, inquiring more about the history of the dragon, you know it lives out in the mountains somewhere, and that there's quite a few different volcanoes that have been searched up in the mountains.
We're talking about the spine, right?
No, the dragon actually comes from this mountain range here.
Oh, okay.
The dragon is rumored to be completely in fear of Lady Isola.
So it sounds like we need to go find Lady Isola.
Considering that Zavatur, which is the city that paid the ransom, is a major mercantile trade hub due to it having one of the dedicated paths to the dwarves of Vol and such, and it's under Lady Isola's protection. So nobody over the past century has been able to find out where this dragon is laired at. There are rumors that Lady Isola has looked, but that's pure speculation. But it definitely is a massive sized dragon. It's said that it has up to 100-foot wingspan. That it blacks out the sun when it flies, and that being in its mere presence just ignites buildings on fire. So,
we will fight in the shade.
The only other thing that comes to mind for Ed's character then is if there's anything else that since knowing that we would be going south towards disease slash probably Finstad, because it sounds like we're going to go around the south of the spine. Is there any other kind of quest that we could do on the way there, or to have work when we get there, kind of thing?
Yeah. One more thing about dragons, they tell you that if you go to the mountain range by sea, just be wary of the topaz dragon that lives on the shoreline.
Is that like right here? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's the topaz dragon is rumored to sit on the shore over here and just watch ships sail by, but it seems to be territorial. So some people have beached itself, put their ships on the beach to try to go into the mountain range, and the topaz dragon doesn't like it.
Got it.
So it's but go ahead and make an investigation check regarding potential things to do heading south.
Not hot tonight. Here you go. I guided myself too. 15.
It's not hard to discuss because there is another red dragon that lives here. It lives somewhere in the mountain range on Bloody Point. That is
not a big one though.
It is the other sizable red dragon.
But it's not 100 foot.
It's about the same size. It's the mate of the other dragon. It's well known about these dragons that exist. That you cannot find their lair, and they watch how they travel to not attract attention from people who are hunting them down. So they are quite powerful, but that is because of the discussion of the other red dragon. That one easily comes up, and they basically say you can go find the other red dragon and slay that one if you want. There's the dwarves of Ulfberg there. They are a crafting society, and they are led by fire giants, who are not slavers, as far as anybody is aware. Um, there was a recent catastrophe about 8 months ago at the tower here, or at the ruins here. Sorry. That used to be a very popular city and stuff, and nobody knows what happened, as a massive explosion happened that left no trace, and it had no traces of fire. No corpses were found, the buildings are destroyed, and there's no survivors. Regarding the other cities and towns, you can go on mining expeditions, you can go on sea-based expeditions.
So there's like a lightning rail that we can get to Esterni, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then from there, you can travel by sea, or you can travel by woods or river.
Okay. No, we'll talk about it at the bar and see what we're going to do next. So Ed would share all of that with y'all when we get there, unless you have something else you want to say, DJ.
No. They say another thing that is brought to attention is you might want to go travel to Amami, which is a kingdom of retired adventurers. So you might be able to pick up their loose threads and stuff there.
Where is this?
This is the kingdom.
Oh,
capital,
Amami.
yeah, the capital, which you learn, is Dunan.
So that's like Florida for adventurers. It's all the old people.
Well, I mean, they had kids and stuff, which is why it grew, but they've been able to fight outside threats because they're adventurers who survived adventuring. So they're quite capable people, at least the people who founded the area. And it's fairly small in population.
Lots of arrows to the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, Ed will bring all of that to you this afternoon at the Ghastly Crow. Unless anyone has anything else, we can figure out what we're doing next.
But at the end of your day, meeting back up at the Ghastly Crow, you all find yourselves at a familiar table, eating well, drinking well. Live music on the stage coming from the next room.
Oh, right. So
have you all just noticed that there's a lot of women in this establishment? Like all women.
That is just
We
the
have a-
default token for commoner.
Do you have a problem with that, Ed?
Not at all.
I did receive 77 gold from our friend
I
the
do.
apothecary. So each of you gets 15 gold. So it'd be 15, 30, 45, 60. Okay. And then Sir Ash and Sir Ed, here is your 20 gold, your stipend for adventuring with the Brothers Grimm. So that's minus 40 to me. So Ash and Ed, you can add additional 20 gold on top of that 15.
Done.
Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Thank you, my lord.
Well, no, you were in there when they mentioned that. Yep, never mind. Yep, no. Shh, keep that on the down low, Sir Ash.
Why, Cal?
But, I
It's
have
true.
read, it's true, but I have read in many a book that people of stature tend to be targeted by undesirables. So I'd rather not be robbed and or stabbed in the alleyway on the outside of the inn or some such.
No, fair enough. That makes sense. I understand that.
Right, you are, Governor.
Too
So-
right.
Sir Ash, I do believe you're mocking me, and I do not appreciate that, but well, it's fine. Oh, your new armor looks absolutely dashing, by the way. Very, very nice.
Thank you. Very comfortable.
What's that? They call that like slate grey. How
Uh,
fashionable.
I would love for one of you wizardy types to identify this for me to tell me what it's made of.
Looking at the armor, it's very hard to tell that it's even made of scales. They're so small and fine.
I would like to pull out my magnifying glass and get advantage on this roll, since you said it's got fine detail.
Okay.
So that will be a 22.
All right. You've identified it as some sort of monstrosity. You can try to identify the monstrosity by making an Arcana check.
Oh, I did the wrong one. My bad.
This is the hide of a gray render. Is a
gray render.
Yes.
What?
This is a monstrosity, so it is a created creature that lives in swamplands and bayous. And they're not very smart, and they seem to have a craving to bond with intelligent creatures. And they end up killing them over time because they're monsters. But they're very large and powerful creatures. Think of it like trying to figure out a way that I could. Let me just import it, and I can just show you the.
I've got a cool picture of one.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it in Discord. Yeah, that's exactly the image. That is a gray render.
Looks like a hulked out werewolf.
Oh,
kind of.
Nice. I like that.
So, that is what your scale is made out of.
I am very happy with my gray serpent scale armor.
This is
Also,
interesting.
gentlemen, and I put my my courier pouch on the table and tap it. I really need to get to Autun soon.
Kind of looks like a Ranger. Sorry.
Longer I wait, the more difficult it may be to find this guy, and I don't want to slow us down when we get there. So,
Where is that from here?
south.
Oh, very good. Okay, yeah, that should be. I
It's
do need
on
to
the
wait.
road to where we need to go, if I understood where we were going.
Yeah, we're just heading south, really.
What was the name of the city?
Autun.
Okay.
I do need to wait about 4 days to receive a package from a smithy friend of mine that I met today. Absolutely wonderful gentleman. Actually, Vicus, he had
What?
his vocal cords ripped out by a wyvern. But so he's a big Goliath man. He's very, very hulking and dashing. But he has a very, very odd voice for his size, and he said that his vocal cords were ripped out by a wyvern. And he said that the local clergy couldn't do anything for him. Is there something you can do to like fix his vocal cords? Is that something that you all do?
To the best of my knowledge, no.
Okay, well, that'll be a pleasant conversation to have with him. Very good.
Um, it, what, what did you expect?
No, I know. I was just you do the little white fire magic-y healing thing. It's very, very impressive, of course.
Right.
Just wasn't sure if you could heal vocal cords.
Not quite specifically, no. Would I even know about anything that could possibly do that?
You are aware of the spells capable cast, and you also are aware of divine intervention.
Okay.
Though you are also aware that the the clergy in this world are normally capable of casting those types of spells. There's very few that ever get to that, as they are specifically chosen.
Right.
While the deities like to welcome in people to lead in their worship and stuff, they only allow a select few to get into the higher tiers of magic.
Okay. So yeah, it's kind of complicated. A more advanced members of the clergy can do such things, but I cannot currently. And
Did any of your brothers in Easternay? Did any of them have that that ability?
not that I was aware of. I've not seen it in person before, so it is not quite an easy feat to accomplish.
I am 100% making this a quest now for myself, just to find this dude a way to get his vocal cords repaired. Okay, very good. Well, I will. I'll just be on the lookout then. It is possible, but rare magic. Understood.
Yes, indeed.
And I will write that in my journal. Possible, but rare magic.
All right. So, are you just going to camp out for the next 4 days, or is there anything else you are all looking to do?
Since we're going to be around for roughly a weekish, I would like to see if we could locate a portable hole
Yeah.
or another bag of holding, either or.
That's actually what I was thinking too.
All right. They're quite common enough as again, the city's full of adventurers, and so people are buying and selling and trading, and people who die, their leftovers are sold back into the market and stuff. It doesn't mean that they're absolutely abundant, so go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That was an awesome roll, dude.
I'm really glad that went the way it went.
I'm just going to use Portent to roll a 20 for that.
Okay. Portable hole. Let me see.
I'm specifically looking for bags of holding.
So there are 6 portable holes available. They're 8,000 each.
I will bring that to the party and say, I located some portable holes.
Bags of holding. Seems to be a little bit more in demand. There's only 3 that you are able to find, and they are 4,000 each.
Yeah, I'd bring that to the party, tell them that, say, it might be worth it for us to have some of the holes, or a hole, If everybody would like to pool their money together to buy such a thing.
Unfortunately, I've spent all of mine, but the portable hull would give us the ability to carry bigger items, but for the same price, you could get 2 bags of holding, which would split the stuff up across people. I've got one, so I don't care either way, but either one's a good idea.
We could
Is what I'm
fit
trying to say right now.
we could fit more dragon parts in the hole.
That is true. Looking into my little disc wallet here, I still have Sir Ed's gold, Vicus's gold, and my gold in here. So there is 3,957 gold pieces in the disc wallet here. Just so you know, Sir Ed, your share is still in here. If you do
Yep.
want that, let me know. Vicus, I don't care. Yeah, we have that.
And if I may, I would suggest if you're planning to start collecting more body parts and droppings, maybe you get another chest of preserving or two. They're relatively common item. They fit in every bag of holding. Anyway, that's all I gotta say.
I agree with Sir Ash here. I think another bag of holding and a chest of preservation.
How much platinum do you guys have?
I currently have
I have
15 platinum.
15 as well.
15.
So that would probably give us enough for the portable hull, right? Because there's 100 gold pieces each one of those.
10.
10 gold pieces.
Only
Ah.
150 a piece.
Yeah.
I don't know that we have enough for a portable hull.
I've got another 1,000 gold I can put in, but that's it.
I have 898 gold on me. Plus, there is the 3,957 gold, so that puts us at roughly almost 5,000. With your extra 1,000, it's 6,000. So, Frost, how much gold would you put forth for this portable hull?
I could put in. I have 2,000 gold, another 1,300 silver, so another 500-ish gold, and then the 15 platinum. So I'd be willing to put in 2,500 gold.
So 2,500 gold. Sir Ed, of your 1,300 gold that is due to you, how much would you be willing to put towards this portable hull?
I would be happy to put all of that plus the other 1,000 that I'm willing to put in. So that would be 2,300 gold.
Very good. So 2,300, 2,500. So we're looking at 4,800 there. And then I do have my own, roughly 2,000. So that's 6,800.
You would take my 1,300.
Very good. So then we do have enough to buy a portable hull.
I could put in 69 gold.
Now,
A really
Sir
nice
Ash,
number.
Sir Ash,
Nice.
you do not have to worry. You keep your 69 gold, and we'll talk about that number much more later.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I told you this was going to happen. It's going to be subtle. It's going to be subtle, but it's going to happen.
I don't know how subtle that was.
No, it was good. No,
I'm going to look at Ed and say, what is the significance of that 69 gold?
You're muted, Paul.
I know.
Okay.
Kayla walked in.
David asked you, or I should say,
Oh,
Vicus asked
He
you.
asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
What
be
is
the
the-
significance of that 69 gold? Why would Callum want to talk about it later?
So there's these birds and these bees, right?
Yeah. So, yes. So I do believe we have enough for a portable hull. So Frost, I am going to hand you
Caliente.
his 3,957 gold. So, this will probably over encumber you, but I'm going to hand you 3,957 gold.
I'm gonna continue doing what I've been doing and head cashed
Gotcha.
into his
there's
bag of
that.
holding for the moment. Okay, so we have 3, 9, 5, 7.
And then I will hand you another 800 gold. Or, you know what? Yeah, 800 gold off my person.
Okay.
I've already subtracted my 1,000 gold from my inventory.
Okay, I'll add another 1,000 from the inventory. Then it was what 1,300 or something like that from.
Yeah.
Does it take a
Vicus.
week to find that?
What?
Tercet, does it take a week to find the hole?
No, it's
You can just slip right on in and find it.
it.
Ooh.
It doesn't take
Okay.
like the next day, but it's and like you're expecting to go back to the blacksmith at this point, Callum.
So with what all you guys put in, that's 7,057. So do we want to redo that where somebody gets some of their money back, and I can put a little bit more in, or should I just make up the difference?
Just put it in party loot.
Okay, that's fine too. So that would
Well,
be.
I was just asking because I would like to inscribe one of those scrolls if I have the time to do so.
Let me.
Protection from energy.
Yeah, hold on. Takes you the whole work week, so you'll be scribing it basically for 7 days. So you're 4 days done.
Okay.
I'm going to go by the stable the next day and check on my horse and pay it up through the 3 days from now when we're supposed to leave.
Again, stabling your animals here is free, just because
Oh, I forgot.
they expect you to at some point never return, and if you don't return within a month or so, they sell off your animals.
Well, I'm going to be taking it with me this time.
So, but the horse seems to be doing very well. It's in with a few other horses, and you notice something that's very peculiar is that 2 of the horses seem to have 8 legs.
Ooh, I want.
Caterpillars.
Can I ride one of those?
No,
I'm- I-
these they belong to other adventurers.
I don't want to buy it, or well, I do maybe, but I just want to test drive it.
No, they belong to other
Well,
adventurers. So
I
that
understand. I'm not. I'm not telling you. I'm not asking you to do anything against their wishes. What I'm asking you is if you can. I'm going to be here another 3 days, and if they come in those 3 days, and
What's wrong with that?
I'm offering, I'll give them 50 gold if I can just test drive one of those things.
he will pass on the message.
Thank you, and I'll stop by each day and see if there's been any news. But I
Okay.
appreciate you.
Anything else before you guys need to plan out the money anymore?
Nope, we have. Nope, the money's played out.
All right.
8,000.
You're able to put together the money and go get the portable hole. So feel free to import that to either the party loot sheet or something else.
I'll do it to the party loot sheet.
That included all of our platinum, correct?
Not for.
No, I kept my platinum.
I took. You said 1,300, so that's what I used from you.
So did you get a chest of preserving and maybe some vials or bottles or jars?
No, at the moment
or
I just got a portable hole.
Okay.
I got what I worked on. So
Is there a chest of preserving around anywhere so we can just have another one? Do we need to roll?
Hold on.
okay, there is now a portable hole on
Chest of
party loot
preservings
sheet.
are super common. You can find them at apothecary shops and other things like that. They're not like super plentiful, but they're common enough to where you're not going to have an issue finding one, and they cost 50 gold.
I'll buy one. So I'm
Um,
down to 65 gold.
yeah, they're 2.5 feet long and 1.5 feet wide and a foot tall with a half barrel lid. And it has
I
a
would like
lock.
to get my platinum pieces converted into gold.
You go to the treasury, and there's basically an autonomon that does it for you.
Okay. There's an exchange rate?
No, it's just 1 for 1.
Perfect.
I will do the same. And while I know you mentioned this Tercept, while I'm perusing the city, getting my platinum exchange, all that good stuff, is there any good rows to be had? Any good fights,
Uh,
underground or otherwise?
Not here in Rapallo. Well,
Damn.
adventurers are very keen to test their mettle against each other. It's more so done in a bar setting where then they spend the night and lock up for drunkenly fight. Um, there is a fantastic arena at Acernia.
Well, I did say I was going to visit
It's
at some point,
it's a
so
coliseum.
oh, awesome. Okay. Uh, so one night at dinner, when we're waiting for, I think only my shit. So I apologize, everyone. I heard there was a fantastic coliseum in Acernia. Now, brother, I know that's north of here, so it is on the back burner, as it were. But I would so very enjoy to go and visit that at some point.
Yes. Well, yeah, that would be great, of course.
All right,
As you said.
you're very much humoring me right now. I can feel your condescension. I do
No,
not
no,
appreciate it.
no, no, brother. I would love so much to watch you elevate our name into the upper echelons of society with your combat prowess. That would be more than wonderful to watch. Unfortunately, we have Ash's delivery to take care of, and of
Yes, of course.
course, my very important pilgrimage. But
Very
if
important.
we
No, no.
cross,
Back burner. Back burner.
of course, brother, I would love to see you, best many an enemy in the Colosseum. But yes, we should do that someday.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
During one of those nights, I'd like to have a chat
That
with
wasn't me.
Falconen and see if he has a new mission for me.
Slay one of my kin. The blood of a white must be spilt.
Okay. And once I heard that, I would same thing kind of during one of those nights. I would like to take out my forgery kit and create a letter with the seal of my signet on it, saying that we must hunt a white dragon, and then I would use illusory script on it to put it into a secret language that only I can read.
Okay.
And just so I have that scroll, and then the mornings I would bring that to everybody.
So Artorias at breakfast one morning just um looking at the meme brings up a letter and says that he has a new mission from Valconen, and the next thing to do on his list is to slay a white dragon.
Well, if we happen to cross one during our travels, that would be more than doable.
For tourists, even if the bounty is as high as it is here, that was quite a bit of gold. Sir Ash, did you get to ride any of those 8-legged horses you were talking about?
And yes, you did. Someone was very happy to let you spend 5 minutes to ride one of the horses for 50 gold.
I'm deleting the gold now.
Worth every penny.
Absolutely. What was it like?
It is fantastic.
Smooth.
It
Is
is
it like a smooth ride?
and fast. So
It's like maglev suspension.
And what are they called?
they are they're just blessed by Odin, basically. So specifically Odin's steed. So these types of horses are either believed to be blessed by Odin's steed or descendants of Odin's steed, which is Sleipnir, which is Odin rides an 8-legged horse, just one much larger than these ones.
And how does one go about obtaining these mythical badass horses?
Either find one out in the wild and tame it, purchase one. You can't breed one, so people have tried to breed the 8-legged horses, and normal horses are the only things that are born, or receive the blessing to have your mount transformed.
And that can be done at a temple?
No, by visiting Asgard.
Oh, so you got to get across that bridge.
Yes.
All roads lead to the Rainbow Bridge, guys.
During our downtime, could I find someone selling a spell scroll of fly so I could learn that?
Vicus will absolutely shake his head in disbelief. No one really. It's just like, oh, God. It's not exactly how that works, but sure.
You can roll an investigation check. Yeah, you find one. They're not very common, mostly because they're more of an arcane spell than a divine spell. But the spell you're looking for is useful enough to where people are kind of like importing them. Since they're an imported item, they're a little bit more costly. They want about 350 gold for it.
Hey guys, I need 350 gold.
What do you need 350 gold for, Ed?
So I can learn fly for us.
Oh, I also hold on. Let me check. Yep, my journal says right here, learn to fly. Perfect. I would be more than willing to give you 200 gold.
If you look in the portable hole, there is 800 gold. Take it from there.
Perfect.
Very good. Okay. By the way, Sir Ed, would you like to compare notes at some point?
Sure.
Very good. As far as how many vials of Dragon's Blood did we get?
We have 3.
Gotcha. Tercept, how much, like, as far as like scribing scrolls, like, or scribing into spell books, as far as the Dragon's Blood vials go, how much gold worth of magical ink is that?
So Dragon's Blood is a unique property to it. So a single vial of Dragon's Blood will suffice for any spell scroll to be written. It doesn't matter which the level, but the whole vial will be consumed.
Gotcha. So like scribing into a spell book, 1 vial per spell.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that could be a 9th level spell. It could be a 1st level spell. It's just the unique magic of Dragon's Blood. It's also why it's prized by higher level wizards.
So when you're scribing it, does it use the spell scroll? or could we have two people learn it? Two wizards learn it from.
The scroll is consumed, but once you learn it, you can write your own spell, and then the next wizard can learn from that.
But would that effectively be 3 vials? One to write the spell in my book, one to write the spell down, and then one to write it in their book?
Effectively, yes. Otherwise, you could just buy standard magical ink.
Wouldn't it be? It'd actually be 2 because it would be 1 to write it in your book, and then I'd
Yeah.
read your book,
You should
and I'd
really-
use 1 to write it in my book.
Given the value of that dragon's blood, you should sell that and buy ink at this level.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like
So how much is a vial?
500 gold a vial. Sell it.
Well, it's only 500 to the vampire lady. I think he was only going to give us 100.
Well, let's visit the vampire lady.
She's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
It's 50
Well,
gold. 50 gold worth per level.
Yeah,
Of the magic
so-
ink.
And fly is what, a second level spell, third level spell?
Third.
Okay,
So
So it's 150 gold.
per writing.
right.
I think we just use the dragon's blood because it's only worth 100 gold here.
We've got it, and then you're not wasting time.
And
Yeah.
we're
Throwing
supposed
it
to be
the rest of the
killing
time.
more dragons apparently
Yeah.
anyway, so
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
so I'll just subtract 2 vials of dragon's blood. I've already subtracted the gold, and then we'll both know fly.
If you pass
yeah,
the check,
yeah, we have to do a check, I think.
Yes, you must do an Arcana check in order to successfully scribe or read in the scroll, and it'll take you a week to scribe another one.
Okay. I'll guide you and me.
Okay, perfect.
wait, we're gonna wait here 2 weeks now?
No, this is during our whole thing.
I think it was just to scribe another scroll if we wanted to, but we're
Alright.
just scribing it into our spell books.
I got
Yeah.
you.
And then one more from you, Ed.
Holy shit.
Oh, are you
Verify.
remaking the scroll?
Hmm?
Was he remaking the scroll?
Yeah, he has to remake the scroll. It gets consumed when it gets put into a spellbook.
Oh, but couldn't I read it out of his spell book?
You don't understand his spellbook. I mean, you could spend the downtime to do that.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
Well,
wizards,
if you guys want to do that, I can go ahead. I'm going down the road. I mean, if y'all want to spend a couple of weeks here, but I really need to get there,
Yeah, we'll
or I
just
may
use the dragon. We'll
lose.
just use the dragon's blood. That's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of jumping into the future. Your Arcana checks there, but getting it into your spellbook is very easy at first. Ed, Callum, you don't have it yet, and Ed, you haven't written it yet because you can do that on the train ride down there. So I'm
Perfect.
expecting at the end of
Yeah.
the train ride that would all be settled, which is why I
Perfect.
rolled.
Oh, I didn't realize we could take a train all the way there.
Well, you could take
That's
it
what
to
I
a
asked earlier.
Sterne. You guys are planning to take the train to a Sterne, and then either book travel to Alton or walk to Alton.
Oh, perfect. And they have
They have space for Larry,
my
right?
my horse and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, we can stable your horse and estate. You guys could visit our estate if you so choose.
We were
Callum-
talking about the train.
Callum and Vicus could easily tell you that the lightning rail was made for military applications, so it's made to transport armies and everything that they use.
So they're used to polar bears. Got it.
Not polar bears, but yes. Callum, you're gonna go revisit the blacksmith.
Yes, of course. I would like to pick up my my wonderful silver daggers and see if he found any bandoliers of dagger throwing.
Hey, yes, I got your daggers here. They came out quite nice, I do say. Now, regarding the item that you wanted, I asked around. There's a couple of options. You can have one that holds fewer. the daggers than what you were looking for, but works quite well and is more of your cheaper option. You have also another one that can basically hold basically an army's worth of daggers, but it's a little bit more expensive.
Well, I just recently spent a large amount of gold on an investment. So, what are the two options as far as prices go?
The larger one that can it holds roughly about I don't know 400 daggers is what I think they said. It's about 1,000 gold for that one. The other one only holds the 6 daggers, but it only costs you about 200.
Oh, well, very good. Well, I will go ahead. I will give you. How long will it take me to get it? If I give you 200 gold?
Well, no, you won't give it to me. I'll give you the directions to the person who holds it. You can have it as soon as you walk out of the shop and find them.
Oh, very good. Well, I will do that then. I will definitely take that one. 6 daggers is really all I need. And these do look absolutely pristine. I really appreciate the craftsmanship. I would like to say I did find a bit of a clue when it came to fixing your vocal abnormality. There is magic out there that possibly could fix it, but it's apparently exceedingly rare. So I am going to go ahead and on my adventures here, I'm heading south, ask around, and if I hear or see of anyone that has that ability, I will find out if there's a cost associated, and I will contact you immediately. But I want to let you know that there is hope to get it fixed. So I would like to get your name if I could, sir.
Yeah. Give me a second.
No problem.
5e.tools name generator.
He's got to write it down though, because you'll be back.
Yeah, no, I have my journal open and it is ready to type.
My name's Vidar.
Vader?
Vidar.
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 That is actually how I was spelling it in my journal as we speak. So that's perfect. All right. Lord Vidar, Lord Vader. That makes sense because Lord Vader has a voice just like yours. It would be perfect. I will contact you immediately, Sir Vidar, and let you know if I find anyone that has the ability to do that.
I'm not a sir, but yes, any appreciation to fixing my throat would be wonderful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, the craftsmanship on these is absolutely wonderful. I will take those directions from you and I will head to buy that bandolier.
Yes. So you're gonna want to step out of the shop, take the left, walk 400 paces to the east. You want to take 200 paces to the north, and then you would want to probably do, give or take, 60 paces to the northwest.
6 paces northwest. Okay, left, east. Okay, got it. Okay, perfect. And then I will leave the shop. After waving him goodbye, I will walk 400 paces to the east, 200 paces to the north, and then 60 paces to the northeast, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
And find my bandolier.
You find yourself at like a ranger's station, and a lot of ranged weaponry and such, trophies hanging on the walls and stuff like that. But a couple human gentlemen end up selling you the bandolier. So
Okay.
Great starting option. So
Perfect.
it's very interesting. 2 daggers are shown on it. To store more daggers into it, you have to put a dagger into where one of the options are. That stores it on your chest, and then you kind of twist it, and it just kind of fades out of your hand.
Gotcha. So I just like hold it on my chest and twist, and it just disappears.
Basically.
Gotcha.
And if you don't reload it, because 2 daggers will always be showing present,
So if you don't reload it, eventually, after a minute, one of the daggers will reappear.
Gotcha. So it holds 6 and then place basically +2 in the pipe.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, so 8 total.
Yep.
But I'm only really holding 2 daggers in my person at any given time.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay, perfect.
Legit.
That is cool.
And
So
if you pull a dagger out, one immediately appears.
Gotcha. Okay. So I will go ahead and kind of remove my thigh sheaths from my legs. There was 4 of those. I'll just kind of hand those over. I won't try to sell them. I'll just like give them and like, hey, if anyone needs these, free of charge. And then I'll just kind of put on this bandolier on top of my leather armor and start storing away my daggers, kind of getting the feel for how it works. And then I have 6 silver daggers and 3 normal daggers. I'll keep my belt sheath, of course, just one on the belt. For my normal daggers, and I'll keep 6 silver daggers in the bandolier, and we're good.
Awesome. Anything else you would all like to do in Rapallo?
Negative.
So, to Asterne then.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and subtract. Is it? Should be 7 gold pieces each for your stay at the Ghastly Crow. And going to the Lightning Rail, you are greeted by a human gentleman. Do you have boarding passes or a signet ring?
Yes, sir. Here you go. And I'll give him my signet ring.
Hold it up to the stone.
Hold it up to the stone.
It's a flat marble piece of stone. You hold up and press your signet ring. You've done this before to it, and then illusion appears with an enlarged house symbol, and then he looks at a stone tablet. Ah, yes. Lord Callum. Looky here. Is this your brother with you?
Yes, this is Vicus right here.
Yes, I'm glad you are going back. He has been granted a title of baronet.
Very good.
So,
Wonderful.
so Lord Grimm's, welcome aboard, along with your entourage.
Does my signet ring work here?
No, you're not of the Empire.
So I will. Vicus got a title. That is absolutely wonderful.
That's quite nice indeed. I'm actually going to have to inquire about that when we get back home at some point.
But you are all given a first class carriage. It's a private carriage to you all. There are 8 private rooms in this. Your steeds, the larger steeds that are actually flesh and blood, go into the first class animal transportation thing, so they're not bunched up with a bunch of other animals. Food and drinks are provided free of charge. You're just not allowed to get drunk on the train because they don't want to deal with that shit. Any other questions?
Hey guys, y'all want to get drunk on the train?
Challenge accepted.
Sash, they frown upon that here.
I know. Isn't that silly?
Well, I don't disagree, but they may throw you off the rail, and that is
They're
I'm
not
not.
going to throw part of Lord Callum's
I
entourage off the train.
So Ash, I have been thrown off the rail
Oh.
before. They will absolutely do it.
Oh,
Who who would not respect Lord Callum?
I sense a bit of animosity in your voice, Sir Frost, and I don't know
Never.
why. Okay, well that's good. No, I got drunk one time. Throwing a bit of a party, and the party made it to the train, and we were heading up north to hop off and maybe do a little bit of a pub crawl. We got a little dastardly, and we were unceremoniously dropped off. It was not a good time. So I don't recommend it.
Yes,
Okay. Well,
much
it-
of the reason why that I've decided to bring you along with me, Callum, because we can't afford too many more of those incidents, can we?
See, Vickers here, he made it all the way to the final stop because he was not thrown off because he's a bit of a wet blanket.
Your parents were scolded by the count.
It was quite the ordeal, actually. Our family was quite chastised for your actions, and you brought quite a deal of shame that day. So it was a little more
Sticks and stones, brother. Sticks and stones.
sticks and stones. Yes, well, your actions may kill all of us.
the look of
seriously
the
doubt
look
it.
of the look of someone who just recognized a conversation went awkward spreads across my face as I back slowly away.
I blissfully don't even notice.
It is a bit of a point of contention, but fear not, Mister Sir Vickers here. He's I'm sorry, Lord Vickers. That is a beautiful title.
Indeed.
Is he's just again a bit of a wet blanket, and it's fine. It's fine. But yes,
Not
we will.
fine, actually. It wasn't fine, everyone. Just so you are aware, it was not fine.
It was absolutely fine, but we are. I'm happy that you guys will get to visit home. Mother is absolutely fantastic. Father is a bit boorish, just like Vickers here. So you'll be used to that. But it'll be a fun time.
Not even true.
It is.
One other key feature for the carriage that you're in is at the head of it. There is a small office with a table for planning and meetings and other stuff. So it has like a little community room.
At some
Yeah.
point when we're all together, I want to say, guys, I may need a little help finding my quarry this time. I'm not certain. However, I could hire help there. I am concerned, given the level of scrutiny on this one, that the two lords here not be seen to be helping, just in case things don't go clean. So
Well, couldn't you just hire the local courier to deliver the package for you, or is this something that you have to deliver yourself?
no, I have to deliver the package.
Hmm.
I don't really need help with that part. It's the locating the person part, maybe.
All right, well, fair enough.
Do I have any idea what he's talking about?
He has been open with that he is an assassin.
Psst, Frost. He's not delivering a package, he's killing someone.
I pick my hand up. Crush. I can't do it without laughing every time.
I love that. Like Frost is going to be a charisma-based character, and he only uses the word crush.
I have a 17 charisma.
He's an imposing character.
Not an eloquent character.
Not an eloquent character.
Can he get double expertise in intimidation, please?
Uh,
I'm just going to petition
Nothing
that right
in
now.
persuasion, but
What if I told you that?
Give him double expertise, but give him a
I don't
negative expertise in persuasion.
I
There's
don't
a
have
talent.
intimidation, but I have persuasion.
That was a horrible life decision that you made.
There's talents out there that can give you a extra D12 to roll on checks.
Oh yeah, no, they're awesome. Yeah.
So, all right.
Are y'all wanting to hang out here at home for a few days?
No, we were just going to visit for the night, get a good meal, have you guys meet mother and father, and then head on south, unless you all wanted to just leave right
I need
away.
to go east to
I
Orton.
figured if you set foot on the property, you'd get sucked into some red tape that would take a bit to extricate yourself from.
Well, Sir Ash, if I've learned one thing living here is how to avoid red tape and leave whenever I so please, much to Vicus's dismay.
And that of the rest of the family.
Right, but Vicus is on a pilgrimage, and my mother and father were very, very happy. Not happy. What's the word? Understanding. That's the better word. Of me accompanying him on this pilgrimage. They are well aware of this, so it shouldn't be no bother.
Oh, well.
They were indeed quite happy because that gets him out of the region and he cannot besmirch our name with his, how do I say? Let's just say antics.
As
and his
Ash backs
personality.
slowly away again.
It's slowly devolving into a Maury episode.
I am sure they will love me.
Oh yes, that would
I
be
have-
wonderful for them to
yes.
meet you and
You are
and to.
stoic and boorish as they are. It'll be so fun.
It would be wonderful. You will fit in perfectly with the other members of our family who owe us life debts.
I break the glass in my hand.
Crush.
I look at Callum and I say, "The servants."
So the lightning rail is quite magnificent. It's a mixture of various metals, primarily wood decor. And true to its name, it is in fact a lightning rail, as the thing hovers on its track with lightning seeming to displace it. So there's a slight hum and crackle that goes through the cabin. They do offer orbs of silence if you wanted to sleep in silence. It means it's just the spell silence, so you won't be able to speak or anything. But if the crackle's not keeping you up or if it's keeping you up at night or whatever, you can use those. But it is extremely, extremely quick, as by the time you wake up the next morning, the train has stopped in Ugento. It seems to be disembarking some passengers, and while eating breakfast, a large shadow figure briefly overcomes the train. It blocks out the sun. It's quite obvious, and you hear a loud thump off to one of the sides of the train.
Look out the window.
And you see a magnificent copper dragon that has landed nearby and is walking towards the castle.
So we should save that and get paid for it, right?
So, this copper dragon is Vumirius the Magnificent. He is one of the dragons in the region that offer advice and guidance to the humans and leaders. Ugento, being kind of like a resort area. Has a smallish castle, and it houses the Duke, who oversees all of the smaller settlements and stuff that the Empire has acquired. So this area is kind of like a treat for high ranking nobility and dignitaries to hang around. There are some other things for lower ranking dignitaries, but they're not allowed in the castle and stuff. They're just little resort type areas, like a little vacation homes and stuff.
How long till the train departs again?
Probably in the next 30 minutes.
How far away is the dragon?
The dragon is probably 400 feet, still clearly visible, but heading towards the castle.
You
I
can't talk
would-
fast enough.
Don't underestimate me. So I would. I'll be right back, gents, and I'll dash out of the train. Action dash, action dash, action dash. To
And
get.
Haste.
You are stopped by guards.
Oh, what? Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, I need to talk to Sir. I'm sorry. What was the name again?
For the dragon?
Yes, sir.
Vumerius.
I need to talk to Sir Vimerius real quick, please, and I'll show them my signet ring.
No, the Vumerius only talks to the Duke and the others in the castle.
Yes, but there's a friend of mine. He has his vocal cords messed up, and I just wanted to ask him a quick question. He's very a noble dragon. He's a very kind dragon. He would probably answer that question.
No, you are not permitted. Get back onto the train.
I will hold up my signet ring. Oh, sir, forgive me. Is your name Lord? No, mine is, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to go talk to the dragon real quick.
No,
and
you're
I'll be-
not. My orders come from the Duke, and Lord or not, my orders are to only permit those that have invitations to the castle.
Do I see this like display through the window? Like these guys are obviously hostile toward Callum now.
He's kind of trying to push his way through, and the guards just keep like rebuffing him and kind of like
Okay.
shoving him back
Okay.
as the dragon takes more of a humanoid shape, and its large, magnificent size is gone.
I'm going to
Step
peek my
back
head out
onto
the
the train, Lord.
I'm going to say, Lord Grimm, there's something that needs your attention inside.
I'm going to step to the door, but ready to jump down if anything goes south to back him up.
God damn it. Prestidigitation does not do thaumaturgy shit. Make my voice louder. Fuck. Okay.
I boom my voice. Lord Grimm, something on the train requires your attention.
Yes, Lord Grimm. Go back to the train. It's getting ready to depart.
I'd like to cast message on Callum.
He's a little out of range for message.
Is he?
Yeah, he was basically made at about 120 feet.
Oh, perfect, because 120 feet is the distance of message.
Well, are you outside of the train? That's the distance from the outside of the train.
Fair enough.
Okay, so the drunk part of me wants to fight these guys. the Lord Noble Callum Grimm. Now, very well. No, but I would.
If you want to seek an invitation, you may petition the Duke to do so, and you might be invited for the next one.
Very well. God, what was your name?
We don't identify ourselves.
Oh,
Lord Grimm.
Fascist state, I see. Okay, very well. Well, that's all well and good. You braggins, I will just take my leave, you uniformed thugs, and I will walk away.
You're a lord in this system, dude.
No, I know. When certain
And
things
Ash is gonna
strike
say
me,
that. Ash is gonna say that.
yes, well, I do not tend to. Well, actually, Lord Ash, let me. I'm sorry, Sir Ash. Let me give you a bit of a history lesson. My family were nobles far before the Empire took hold in this land, and I am of a persuasion that is more towards democracy and socializing the resources to the people. I don't tend to agree with the hierarchy, as it were. Don't tell Vickers because he is very much all about pomp and circumstance and being, being a noble for noble's sake. But I tend to be more a man of the people, honestly. Which is kind of frowned upon in the empire. So
Well,
it is as it was.
this is a very interesting topic, but I have my first question. How's that working for you? I mean,
Oh,
are you gaining any?
No,
Do you
very
have any
poorly.
influence? Are you getting anybody to come to your side?
No,
Like he
I
seems
don't.
to have recruited you.
Yeah, no,
No.
I tend to be a little brash when it comes to matters of court. I tend to be a little too outspoken, a little too just not a man of etiquette as my parents would like me to be. It is a point of contention in our family. It's not uncomfortable. They know that I am the way that I am, and I know that they are the way that they are. Again, my mother is just a beautiful woman. She is very understanding, very caring. You will absolutely love her. My father tends to follow the rules of court a little bit more closely. So, yes, it is. It's just a point of contention.
Well,
It's of no matter.
your lordship,
Don't call me that, please.
no, I said it for a reason. I have never talked about my family, but I come from a noble house,
Oh, this is excellent.
and
From what noble house do you hail?
I'd rather not say at this time. It's
Okay.
part of the high elves, but um, so I kind of understand. But my house has fallen. It has been cursed and fallen, and I'm working toward remedying that maybe. So I'm working to reestablish my house, and you seem to be working to shrug off the types of rules and norms that have kept your family in power all these years.
Well,
How do your parents feel about that?
Am I in earshot of this conversation? Does Vickers hear any of this?
I'm thinking Vickers probably went into his room frustrated as soon as
'Kay.
Callum came back onto the train.
All right.
No, it's
We're
not.
still standing in the doorway, as far as I know.
Yeah, no, it's not that. No, it's not that I want to rock the establishment and to its core. It's more, letting. I'm not a huge fan of pomp for pomp's sake. I like the people to be well aware of their rulers and fully aware of who they support and why they support them. So it's not that I want to tear down the establishment in any way, shape, or form. I just think that it could be reformed to be more pleasant for the people that serve under the establishment. I realize that people, by and large, are very poor at governing themselves and sometimes need to be governed. I understand that. But there are certain things that I would just wish to be changed, like that god out there. He did not want to identify himself. Well, if he will not identify himself, how do the people know to make complaints against that specific god? Which I would like to do very much so. So that is government for government's sake is not of my persuasion. I believe that government should be of the people's sake. But as far as your family is concerned, no, I think that is that what your deliveries are for? That for you to regain the former glory. You said they've fallen. A former glory of your family is to do these deliveries, as they were.
This work is merely a training on a path to a goal. It's not what's going to restore anything.
Very good. Well, what could restore the family name? It seems like it might be very important to you. So,
A loud whistle blares. Clear the doors! The train is disembarking.
Very good.
Let's
yeah,
take this
back.
up at another time.
Oh, very good, very good.
As the doors close, and shortly after, the train continues on its path. Any other discussions or talks you would all like to have as the train continues?
I would just finish up my spell scroll when I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say all this fighting, and I've just been furiously doing a spell scroll.
Yeah, that'll be done as soon as you guys get to Easternay.
All right. Yeah, that was really the only break I took was to try to get Callum back on the train.
I'm just drinking, and as I grab a mug, I chill it. I drink it.
Yes.
What is your? How do you chill it? What is there a verbal
shape.
component?
I don't know. Is there a verbal component?
Of
No,
course
just
there is.
semantic.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Just semantic.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm
Chill.
I do the same thing with Presto.
Well, the train does not stop in Avord. It continues through, and
What did Avord do to the train company?
nothing. There's just no scheduled stop.
Is there
for this
multiple
line.
rails? Is there like a north and south rail?
There are four lines.
Gotcha.
So
This is the red line. Ding ding.
well,
Stand back from the closing doors.
4 lines going through the towns. They all share. There's only 2 lines for like north and south, but there's 4 trains, but they separate into 4 tracks in the cities. But 3
Gotcha.
days later, around dusk, you all arrive in Easternay, the Brothers Grimm's home.
I got a bad feeling about this.
This is going to be interesting. This will be very interesting.
I'm sure they.
I'm
will
just
love
super
us
excited
all.
for Tercep to voice the mother and the father.
Are there any other siblings? Do you have younger siblings?
No, we're the only born. I think. I mean, unless Tercep, you had something else in mind.
Nah, I mean it's your character, so you guys can decide that.
What do you think? What do you think, David? What do you think? Do we have other siblings?
Nope. We're
Okay.
it.
Yeah, we're it.
That's why I'm so zealous in keeping you on the straight and narrow and not bringing shame because
That makes
you're
sense.
the namesake.
Man, the Grimm line dies.
Yeah, so we actually had somebody stop by and chat for a little bit.
Do you guys get the mental image that Callum was so nice that he was the first one to the birth canal, but then he just held it open for Vicus and let him get out first.
Just being super polite.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's also the first and last time he ever touched anything to do with a vagina.
That's probably also true.
So you guys did finish up your spell scrolls.
Sweet.
And then, Callum, you successfully scribed fly into your book, so you both
Okay.
know fly.
Cool.
Since you wrote the scroll, Vicus, you do not need to do an ability check to cast that scroll.
Ah, beautiful.
But you are in the magnificent city of Easternay. There is a very large castle that is quite visible as you approach from the train. The city is quite large as the suburbs stretch all the way to the riverbanks. There are a few bridges that cross the river. It's quite a sizable river, too. There is a large port with ships. They're not magnificent looking ships, but they're the only ships that you guys have ever known except for Artorias. And then Ash, you would be more familiar with sky ships.
Do I know fancier ships?
Yeah, you're more aware of the larger ships because of your travels from where your origin is to how you got here. You've seen some larger ones. I mean, these are nice sized ships, but they're more like frigate and corvette size versus like battleship size, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a spiraling city, and Brothers Grimm, you would both know that your population is around 25,000 and growing.
Wow.
And
Yes.
the seat of power in Esternae used to be a king before it was conquered by the Empire, and now it's one of the Emperor's sons, a prince, is who rules this area.
Easternay, the city on the grow.
So, and that's where we'll pick it up for next session.
Perfect.
So go ahead and end the stream.
I'm glad I got the vagina thing in before the end of the stream.